That's rare.
Okay, there we go. I think I got my audio sorted. Thanks.
We're live.
Full room tour. Let me know in the chat if you guys can hear me now. Sorry about that. I forgot that I set up a new scene.
The joys of simulcasting.
Yeah, is it? Hopefully now it's caught up, and there it is. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Yeah, exactly. The joys of simultaneous broadcast.
Why would my audio be out of sync?
Okay, awesome. You guys can hear now. Let's see. I am gonna try to. One of these days, I am going to brush up on how to properly set up a live stream.
We're getting there. More advanced every day. Let's see.
Let me close Discord. I've got about 1 million windows open. We're starting hot, people. We're.
Let me check my. Andrew Rogers says my audio sounds like it's out of sync. Let's see if I have a delay on. Oh, no, decibels down. No sync off. So.
Quit and quit. Okay. All right, we're gonna get rolling here in just a second. Do I have a banana for scale? I do have a banana for scale.
Let's see. I'm working on it, Jerry. Hold on.
I have a 3D printed banana that's specifically designed to show off banana for scales. I can't remember who produced this. I think it was on Cults 3D maybe, or Printables. But yeah, this is gonna be fun. So we're doing something a little different. We're gonna be co-streaming. So Repkord and I, Pooch and I, are gonna be simultaneously upgrading a Prusa XL. So a single head extruder Prusa XL to the dual head. So I ordered this. I have been I've been sitting on this for how long now have I been? We've been talking at least 2 months. We've been talking about doing this live stream, maybe since the beginning of the summer. I've had this and have not upgraded it yet. So this is sort of forcing me to do this. If we do it together, I'll actually spend the hour or more it takes to do that.
Well, and I'm the same way. Like, yeah. I need a buddy to motivate me.
So I know, right?
This is good.
Okay, how do I do this? Oh, that's actually good. So I got the chat and the OBS display. You know what I'm gonna do? I think I see your setup there, and I don't know if I ever told you this, but I bought. You remember in school when they'd wheel out like a TV cart and they'd show a movie? Yeah. I bought a TV cart. For a modern day TV cart. It's for flat screens, and it has it's got wheels on it. It's for presentations. So, but I figured I could get a small flat screen and put that there, so then I could have things like this, the video feed, right there when I'm live streaming. Could be kind of.
Well, check this out. I don't know if you can see. I'm gonna pan the camera over here. Yeah. But basically, that's what I got going on.
Also, I have no idea. Oh, there's my coffee.
Using my secondary.
What's that?
Actually, you're not going to see this. Only the people in my.
Oh, they got a secondary camera.
Yeah, there's a secondary camera, and I'm only feeding you the main here. But anyway, I've got a rack like that, and I really like it.
Well,
and I'm still trying to sort out why my audio would be doubled.
Hold on. I also need the tools. I need my tools.
Okay, while he's doing that, guys, pull up Clayton's screen. Clayton's stream, and see if the audio is clean for both of us on that one while I work on this.
By the way, as you might expect, I am super organized when it comes to doing this with you. I have a bag full of parts from when I think I first assembled the XL. So I've got all this stuff, some miscellaneous tools, and then whatever inside the boxes that came with the upgrade kit. Oh, do I have another angle? I was trying to figure out how I could do like oh, there, maybe I'll do this. Yeah, there we go. Pooch, sorry, I'm relegating you to the upper quadrant.
That's fine.
This. Yeah, does it print just like the Prusa MKS as far as the quality? I've been using the MKS for about 2 weeks now. Was looking at the XL. The XL, for me, has been printing fantastic since, I don't know, for a while now. This thing's just pretty rock solid. I don't know. I have not got the 4KS upgrade. I've got my MK4, and then I just ordered the upgrade kit. So I ordered the upgrade kit and then a bunch of filament. So hopefully we'll be upgrading my MK4 to the MK4S here. You know,
Hey, try something from me real quick. Do you have AirPods with you?
Oh,
because I think I'm feeding back through your speakers.
Okay. Let me see if I have any in my bag. Actually, I might have.
We're gonna get there, good.
I'm gonna run out to my car. I might have some.
Okay. I think you're right. I think it's coming back through his side. What I'm curious about is, on his stream, do I sound doubled up this way?
Well, I mean, I've muted you in the browser, right? So
yeah, but it sounds like mine is coming back through your input.
Oh. Yeah.
Let's see. Can you mute me on your end just to test for a second?
Mute you where?
Inside OBS.
I don't know how to do that.
Okay. So do you know where your audio mixer is inside?
Yes.
OBS?
Yeah.
Okay. So you should see a co-streamer host one channel if you tick that box.
What?
Yeah, this is why we should have tested this a little more.
Hold on. Let me do in OBS, let me add my own audio, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say this is my MacBook audio. Okay. Now I've got two. Okay, now you try and talk.
This is me talking.
Can you still hear me?
I can still hear you.
I don't know if everybody else can hear me. Are you hearing the doubled up echo still?
No echo on Uncle Jesse's stream. Okay, so we've got it right on your stream. So maybe we just have everybody go over there then.
No. I mean, is it because I did that? I've got two audio channels now, and I muted the input. I guess I don't think that would make any difference because it's all coming through the speakers. Here, let me try and put on the AirPods.
Okay.
Hey, remember how we were like, yeah, we could knock this out in like an hour or two?
Oh yeah, that's not happening. But we're ambitious.
Hold on.
All right, while you're setting up your AirPods, I'm gonna grab my coffee.
Okay. All right, put on the AirPods. Hopefully, no echo. No echo. We hear you both. Okay. Yeah, I might try the. Oh, you don't hear yourself anymore? Yeah. Okay. We are. We're gonna just And you know me, I never run into issues when assembling anything. Oh yeah, we don't just completely get off topic or anything like that. All right, so no echo, audio's fine. Speaking of, can I get a MacBook that has a touch screen already? I'm like an iPad kid at this point. Hold on. Prusa XL single to dual upgrade instructions. Single to dual head upgrade. No, I got it. I Googled it. Yep. All right, I'm starting on page 1, introduction. Prepping for my upgrade. It says this is extremely easy and it's only going to take 15 minutes. Is that just the first Is that just the very first step? That's just confirming the tools that I need. Okay. Wait, did this come with gummy bears? You know, I think it did, and I think I already brought them home to my kids. No, here's a fun fact. I don't like gummy bears. I'm not a big gummy bear fan. Haribo, I love candy. Haribo soccer balls. Have you had those? They look like little sushi. Oh my god, they're so good. They taste like the most processed plastic, but they're delicious. Absolutely delicious. No, I'm not a huge fan. I think it's too chewy. It's too chewy, gummy bears. Too chewy. Okay. Can we swap that out for Sour Patch Kids, please? Airheads are fantastic. All right. So, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us on this illustrious Wednesday at 11:15 in the morning, 9:15 in the morning West Coast time for Dr. Alan Pucciarelli. We are... Wait, what? Oh, yeah. That's right. There's a 3-hour difference. My bad, man, when I was texting you at 6 in this morning, your time. Yeah. See, it's 8 a.m. somewhere, right? Oh, you're only hearing me. Okay, Pooch, can you talk now? Okay, can you guys hear Pooch now? Hopefully. I forgot that I muted your line. Okay. Yeah, I unmuted Pooch. Hopefully you guys aren't hearing me twice because I put this in here. Let me mute this line, the line that I added. Okay, they can't hear Pooch at all. Double Jessy, no Pooch. Okay, so I okay. No, it says audio input capture. Yes. Yes. Yep. Okay. I got that. Yep. Okay. Okay. I got it. Oh, I got it. Okay.
And then that should
There
be
we
an
go.
independent channel for me.
Oh,
So
no.
you should make sure you
Oh,
have
no.
only
That's
one
not good.
channel for
Now
you
I don't
and
hear
one
you
for
at
me.
all. Ooh, what's going on?
It's a circus, everybody. You didn't have anything else to do today, right?
Okay. I can't hear you at all. What about now? No?
I can hear
Okay.
you.
Hold on.
Unmute on your browser window, Clayton.
Okay.
I'm gonna
you know
text.
what it is? Okay.
Look
how
at-
about now?
look at
Can
me.
you talk?
I can talk.
Okay. Are you
Yep.
hearing double me now? Because I had to unmute
Nope.
the browser.
I hear just you.
Okay. Now I'm
For
gonna.
the Airheads fun. Thank you, Andrew Rogers, for that. Can you hear me? So you might want to unmute your browser window so you hear me through
Yes.
that. But as long as you don't have your browser feed piped into OBS, like the audio for your computer, you should be clean.
Okay.
We really should have tested this. You think we're good?
I think we're good. Okay. Can you guys hear me now?
You're good. on my end.
Can you hear me and can you hear Pooch?
And just one of each of us,
One
because
of
that's
each
all
of
you
us,
need.
yeah. Because it sounds now I can hear everything.
You
properly.
sound very nice, by the way. You're
Thank you.
sounding
You know,
great.
I've
Are you
been,
doing those vocal exercises?
I've been drinking honey and tea a lot, so it needs volume balancing. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm out of my
So
I'm out of my league here, gentlemen.
Okay, on the audio mixer inside OBS, you should see, I don't know if you have that panel open, but you should have levels for each of those inputs.
They're maxed
So
out.
we should have, they're maxed out. Okay, so what's the feedback on the levels? Am I hot or you hot? Who's
Uncle
coming in
just
hotter?
needs to turn his volume up. Okay. No. Oh, you know what I could probably do is go into my Mac.
Talk louder, Clayton.
You know, there's one thing that you can always count on is anytime that I'm doing a live stream, it's gonna be. There we go. Okay, I just bumped up my input volume quite a bit, so hopefully that.
Okay.
Addressed.
And confirming
that.
on my end, guys, one more time, you have one of each of us, and you can hear both. Yes.
Pooch is
So
loud.
hopefully
Okay,
there's
Pooch is too loud.
I can
Pooch is a little louder. Okay.
bring
If
myself down and.
Okay. I mean, obviously, you want to hear me, so.
Yeah. I'll just try to talk at a normal level.
I'll just try to talk at a normal level. Okay.
I hope we can just roll with this as best as we can, because we got to get started here.
Yeah, we got to get started. All right, I've got instructions up and running here. I have tools. I have my tools. You're not going to hurt these women, are you?
That's a great Always Sunny of because of the implication. Are you talking about the implication?
No, but I was thinking of the episode where Dennis is like, "I need my tools, my tools."
Yeah. Yeah. Oh wow! Look at this. Now, for those following along on my stream, I'm actually opening. You might see here, I've got the 5-tool update because at a later date I'm gonna go from 2 to 5. But we're just gonna do 1 today. Okay, so I'm following the same instructions Clayton is, but you know, we'll just throw more extruders at the problem later when we want to do more, because we're gonna do another stream, go into the full Monty.
So we got the we're gonna be doing the single to dual is the big one that we're going with here today.
It's easier
Okay,
to start
so
that way
my
than to go
sound is
back.
still low. I think I've got this. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. No idea what I'm doing. Okay.
It's funny because you sound fantastic here. Yeah, the 2 to 5 is not cheap. But I mean, nothing worth having is cheap. This is kind of a unique tool set as far as like a commercially supported tool and I know people have their opinions, and that's fine, and most of them are wrong if you don't mind mine. But I defy you to find a better tool changing solution out there on the market currently that is not a kit that would have you on your own. Because I know there's a bunch of projects on it, but it'll be interesting to see what new machines come on the market in the coming years that offer these kinds of features.
All right, so I think I've got the tools. I've got a lot of extra parts here from my previous builds. Yeah, this is obviously super exciting. All right, so labels here. All the boxes and bags include the parts are labeled. Yeah, thank you.
Labeling's good. Oh, I got a box here. Expansion board.
Wait, is there a cheat sheet that I was supposed to print?
No, it should come with a cheat sheet. Maybe. Or maybe they have you print it now. Let me see if there's one in here.
Oh, yeah, I don't have a cheat sheet.
I think that's just so you can kind of more easily like lay out the screws and see which size.
Oh, okay.
Size.
Yeah, I gotcha. You know, I totally know all the screw sizes just by feeling them.
Yeah. Yeah, just hold it up and yeah, that's an M3 by 12.
At least, you know, everything you got, like the Prusa team does a really good job of at least labeling everything.
Lots of labels.
Thoroughly labeled here. Okay. What step are you on here?
So I'm just taking inventory of parts here real quick. So I pulled out the neck extruder. So if we're on the same page here, do you have two like internal boxes and one has the second tool head?
Yes, I've got one box that has a whole bunch of parts, and then a nozzle here, an extra nozzle, because mine came with originally, and it's still rocking that 0.6 nozzle. So this came with I'm holding up to my laptop, like you guys can see that. Yeah, so holding, I've got a 0.4 that I'll be swapping it out with. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the preferred, nozzle now for the XL.
Yeah, that's right. We've defaulted back to the 0.4s, but you can still do 0.6, 0.8, whatever else, and now all the high flow variants.
And then
with some extra nozzles also.
The new tool changed head. The second one, it has the 0.4 on it, correct?
That's the neck extruder, and that's already pre-assembled for you, right?
Yes.
That's
that
good,
looks like
that's
it's the easy part.
Us a lot of time. There's a lot of detail involved in the neck extruder build.
So the outlet plug that's here on this neck extruder, what voltage do I plug this into the wall so that I can start extruding filament from my outlets? This looks like a problem.
That's exactly right. If you plug it right into mains voltage, it will just start extruding plastic.
I mean, do I just take out the Tesla charger and then plug this in?
Yeah, take it to a Tesla supercharger and see what happens.
All right, so I've got the nozzles. I've got a silicone socks. Oh no, the audio is totally gone now. Wait, what? Oh well, audio totally gone now.
Let's see.
Oh no! Someone said the Reverend said I'll catch the screen when it's over and I can turn off the volume and enable closed captions. Oh no! Pooch's audio is too loud. All right, let me try to further lower Pooch's. Pooch, can you talk real quick?
You gotta tone this down because
I mean, this only Pooch. Yeah, I've got that. It's only it's going really low at this point.
Well,
Hmm.
I mean,
Okay.
hopefully that makes it better for everybody out there. You gotta wait like 30 seconds for the buffer on YouTube to keep up, but eventually we'll get there. Probably just in time to be done.
Yeah.
We'll see how that evens out. And that shouldn't. By the way, you adjusting that mixer on OBS should just be what's going out to the world. Like you should still hear me the same as you always do.
Yes, I do. I hear you just fine.
Okay.
Oh, you know what?
Gets to hear.
Let me do AirPods. Is that better?
Not better from. Wait. Well, you need to keep talking. I don't know.
Yeah. Sorry, I just oh, you know what I did? I changed it to
You're doubled up.
to air. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, I doubled it up for you.
I'm wondering if you bring me down and you're already maxed out, then hopefully we come to the right level and people can adjust on their home setups.
Yeah. Apologies, everybody. We thoroughly tested this, obviously.
Thoroughly. Spectra in my chat is saying he is south of you in Bath, New York. Is that?
I am familiar with Bath, New York. I believe I have driven through Bath of New York's.
Verified. The great New York Bath.
Um.
All right, and Clayton, you got the little loom set up, right? Is that all put together for you as well? Just to make sure
I've got everything still in the packaging there. Yeah, so this whole contraption, yeah.
Yep.
This Dr. Octopus looking thing, yep, I got that.
Yes, exactly right.
And then I've got an extra spool handle, which I noticed isn't printed. What's up with that? Huh?
Yeah, they're molded.
Huh?
They're
What?
We're moving up in the world.
Insane. Insanity.
Now, did yours come with an extra power supply, or does the cover has 2 power supplies on the back of it currently?
Yeah, mine has 2 power supplies hooked up to it.
Okay, so for those that are unaware, there is when you go up to the 5th tool, you get an extra power supply. But for 1 and 2 tools, the back of the printer,
There's 1, 2. Oh, there's 2 plugs even in this. I didn't even notice. I never even noticed that it had a pluggable entry there. Your audio is really low. Oh.
Maybe just turn up the volume and then turn my volume down.
Okay. If I go maximum
It's so
effort here.
It's so funny because it's the opposite on mine. Everybody is saying I'm too low on mine and you're really loud on theirs. So I'm gonna bring you down on my end, and we're at some point we're gonna come to the right level here.
It's an oddity. Okay, just pooch.
Audio T. Okay. All right. So, all right, guys. I'm bringing Clayton down. We did tone him down a touch.
Okay.
And we're gonna.
Okay, you can hear now. Okay. Okay, it sounds nice now.
Oh, good.
All right, I'm not gonna touch anything.
I brought you down 12 decibels.
I was gonna say Scoville levels.
In the future, the levels of heat too. Yeah. Yeah. In the future, if you just want to talk 12 decibels less, that seems like what is pleasing to everybody.
Oh, that's perfect. You know what's gonna also be fun is when my AirPods, the batteries die. Because then, let's see. Oh, you know what? I'll just have to go with 1 AirPod. That's all.
That's what I did.
Oh no! Is it worse again? How is this? Okay. I'm going back to this.
It can't be worse. It's fine.
Okay.
It's so good from my mixer here. Oh, good. Here, Karen says it sounds good on mine now.
You know what I think it is? I think it's because there's a delay in the chat that I'm reading and me adjusting things.
I think that's right. I think you're correct. I think if you can see the mixer and that I'm like, you know, in the yellow, you're in the yellow, or somewhere there, I think we're gonna be good. I have a good feeling.
Okay. I think
So you
we're.
bring me down and you up, and people can balance it out at home.
I don't know how they're gonna balance it out at home, but.
Well, I'm sorry. They set the level at home for the both of us. We just have to get our mixes right on our end.
Okay. I think this is. I think I might have it. I think I might have it now.
Okay. All right. I think I'm getting good. I'm getting good response.
I am not spotting a silicone sock inside my box of goodies.
No socks?
But I think it might be because is the sock already on the printer? Oh, never mind. I've got it. It was in the other box. I've got it. I've got it.
It's got it. Everybody calm down.
Yeah.
Everybody settle down. On my stream, I'm sharing the instructions. I'm just scrolling through the prep.
Hey, just let me know what steps you end up going to, because I'm on step 9, moving to 10. Caution: lubrication handles.
On the introduction or on the preparation? What does it say for yours?
I don't know.
Let's see here. Silicones. So at the very top, on the left side of the screen, it'll say like step 1 is introduction, and then there's subheading.
Yeah, I'm in introduction. Introduction. Okay. Reward yourself with a hair bow.
Oh. Okay,
how to successfully finish the assembly. Insert the blah 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 blah. Oh, so this is just telling you how to get started with all this. Okay.
That's right. That's
all
right.
right.
So
Printer preparation.
Yep, we're on the same step. Okay, we're on printer prep. Your current. Have you unloaded the filament from your setup currently? Okay.
Yes.
We know that works. Okay, so that's good. And it says you can put in a little box on the heat bed. Can you open the Haribo? No, you cannot. And then we're gonna get started. So are we ready to click next to get started?
Yeah. So I should put the build plate back on the bed. I took it off.
Nah. I think they're just saying if you want to put a box on top of there so you don't scratch the build plate or something, you know, just to be cautious, you could do that.
Me? Cautious? All the time.
Full send, baby. Let's do
it. Okay, so let me turn this around so people can actually see. Oh my gosh, I'm now just seeing my nozzle is filthy.
Man keeps a filthy nozzle.
You know what I need to get is some of those metal brushes.
Okay. Oh yeah, the brass brushes?
Yeah.
I've never been a big fan of those. I think from the old days, I would like short out the heater wires and stuff. That's less of an issue these days. But yeah, probably not a bad idea to have.
So, I set up my old kitchen counter here, and it's like an L shape, so I'd have a lot more room to do things like this. And I'm now realizing it's way too narrow. It's like.
Oh, you don't have the depth.
It's not deep enough. Yeah, this is great that it goes really far, but so I can spread stuff out. Like I've got a bunch of stuff off camera there, but it's not deep enough. I need to get some butcher blocks.
I took my old kitchen table here and I put it on wheels, and it's pretty good, and it can also expand and leaf and pop out. So.
Oh yeah, people are one recommendation is to use Pooch's audio from his stream if you want to watch this simultaneously, or you can watch both simultaneously and just mute one of them.
Simulcast and mute Clayton's. Sounds like my feed's better. That's a good solution for people that are watching live, and then when we cut it down and post it, hopefully one of them
cut it down and post
it. Well, yeah, you've got to edit. You've got to edit this whole thing.
Cut it down and post it.
Yeah. When we cut it down, Clayton's gonna spend a week editing this whole thing.
Too funny, my man. Too funny.
He's got the jokes.
Everything checked? All right, let's get ready to disassemble. I'm moving on to step 1 of step 3. Step 3, step 1.
Yeah. All right. You got to take off your antenna.
What? I need a T10. I need the T10.
Oh, I'm missing a thing. Shoot. You know what? I've got other tools here. I fixing it. All right, so I got to detach the antenna. Is that what you said?
That's what it says. So I've got my antenna
right.
off.
I'm gonna put that back in the box of boxes.
Disassemble. No disassemble.
Okay.
Let's disassemble.
Turn the printer so the left side of the printer is facing you. Gently push back the collet to release the PTF tube.
Let's call it. Let's call it for people following along.
It's a collet.
Colette.
It's a collet
Nice.
call.
Paint me like one of your French ladies' names. Colette.
Disconnect.
We're off and running, ladies and gentlemen.
We are. You know what? I'm gonna unplug this USB stick as well.
That's a good idea.
I'm gonna need.
gonna
I need a swivel. Is what I need. All right. Hi
Switch
everyone.
over here to this angle. Let's see if I do.
Let's see.
Let's get a better visual. And then I could go around to that side. So we're just opening up the back here in the kennel. We affectionately refer to this area as the kennel, where all our little puppies go.
So I gotta take this little back cover off. Is that what it's saying?
Yep, there's a little printed plastic cover
Yep.
you're gonna expose.
Yep.
I'm gonna go back to the.
Man, if there's one thing I'm great at is
Disassembling?
is not having the right tool sizes. Let's see.
It should have come. It came with the tool set you need, doesn't it? Or do you have it from your XL?
That's all right. I got my own tools.
Where we're going, we don't need tools. No, that's not true. We do need tools. Let's see. Now, did yours have the antenna for the Wi-Fi on that back cover, or was it on the side? Because there were two different ways they did it.
Mine was on the side.
Yeah, mine's on the side on this one as well. But if you have one at home that's newer, I believe they moved the antenna to that back center there.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
let's
Oh yeah, I
see.
see that in the picture now. So I've removed that back panel, and then Sorry, is this removing the antenna? Is that what we're doing?
So you can take the antenna. You don't have the antenna there, so that I think you're fine. So you're just going to take that little back panel off. So you should expose the two ports.
Yes, I see the two ports.
That both of our tools are going to go into, and then we're going to detach the loom from the little bar on the back in a second. Once you get that port open there.
Yeah, I've got that open. All right, so I've got that disconnected.
Take the dock off.
All right. So this is called the loom, you said?
Well, that's what I'm calling the cable. They're calling it the dock, but basically the part where the PTFE and the cable bundle, go from the back of the printer up to the extruder. So we're going to take that off of the back. So for that, you need a longer hex to get in there and detach it. So we're going to detach the dock and the neck extruder in step 5 and 6.
Okay, I see
You're
that.
ready for that.
Yep. Should be all ready for that. Untighten the screw inside the middle hole dock.
And you're gonna want a long boy for that. Do you have an actual long hex key for that?
So is that the? Am I going?
You're gonna go through the metal plate.
Yep.
So if you look at step 5 at that thing there, at the very bottom, there's like a little hole in.
Well, I got 2 holes.
Yeah. There should be actually 3 if you look on the plastic part, and you're going in the middle. There's a long singular M3 screw.
Okay, I see you.
And you got to go through that metal bracket in the back and into the part. The good news is this is probably the hardest part of the whole thing. If you look at the metal plate, Clayton, there should be like a little dot at the very base of it underneath the hex pattern that indicates like the hex hole that you want to put your hex key in.
Negative. Mine is not in alignment with that hole.
Oh, well, that's possible. Find the hole so you can get it in there.
Mine's dead center in the back of that hexagon grid. I don't know if I have a. Let me see here. Let me find some other. Hex key? Yeah.
You definitely did the one that came with your XL all those years ago. Who knows where that ended up, though, right?
I mean, yeah. You know what? Actually, I do know where it ended up.
I've detached that. I'm going to go back to my angle here so you guys can see. So I've taken off the dock. Now, for the observant amongst you, you might notice I've done a mod on this where I switched out my 4mm PTFE tube for a 6mm one because I don't like friction. And it also makes it easier to work with the rep box that I store underneath the feet in and stuff.
Guess what I found?
What'd you find? Did you find the hex key?
Yes, I did. If there was one thing that I did was I stuck all of the things that came with the XL back in a baggie and set it next to my XL on the shelf so that I would not lose it. Now, that okay, never mind. It's in the plastic part. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say I was looking for the bolt, but it's already in there, or the nut, but it's already in there. The screw.
It sure is, and it stays trapped in there. See what I've been doing? I'm bringing out for my organization. I got a bunch of these bins, these little hefty bins. They come in 2 different sizes, and then I get my label maker out, and then I put all my Prusa XL in one bin, and I put my Mark IV and my other projects in different ones. That seems to work well for me.
Nice. So I'm just sticking the cable off to the side then. This whatever you called it, the illuminator.
Sure, I like that illuminator. Okay, good. So you've got that detached. So we're ready to move on to step 6, right?
Someone ate my Haribo's, and I want to know who it was.
I thought you said you gave them to the kids.
I'm pretty sure I did.
Okay, but it was a good bet. It was a good bet. It was one of your kids, right?
I'm looking around here. I'm like, did I actually do that? Okay, detach the extruder. So I need to flip this around. Oh my gosh.
Should have gotten my lazy Susan out. This is a big machine. Moshine.
It is. This, and, by the way, I have the storage racks that you can get from Costco.
Yeah.
That are like, I don't know, 6 foot by 2 foot, and this fits perfectly on there, where the front cover just ever so slightly, not ever so slightly, it hangs off the front, but the entire machine just fits perfectly on there for me.
That's awesome. All right, flipping it around, and we're gonna take this little, so the part that's got Prusa XL printed on it, that's just a snap fit. You should be able to just grab that and just yank it as hard as you can right off of there. What? Okay, there's a piece of fascia on the front. Look at that. And it didn't even break.
You're like, yeah, here, you got to print this out in PETG and then torque it down a bit. And I was like, I just broke it. I was remembering us assembling a rep box.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so grab your Torx driver, and we're going to start taking off that tool head there. The star pattern wrench.
Yep.
Torx.
Sure. I got a Torx wrench here.
Okay, so there's 4 screws holding. You should see 8 screws in the front there, right? But it's the 2 on the top and the bottom that we want to take off.
Yep.
Coming back to my angle here.
Surprisingly, I am doing this.
doing
Pooch,
it.
I will
and
say,
doing it
if
and doing it well.
if we did not do this on a live stream, this probably would have sat in a box.
It would have
for-
sat until I came back out there and did it for you, right?
Yes.
But this is good because if I come after Earth, I'm still not
I know.
on board
I
with
know.
calling it Printopia. We've got to finish up the thing I started last year with your office.
I have a goal next week to progress on that. Before you get, I want to really get some progression made on that.
You know I'm coming, and so you would be embarrassed to have not shown any progress.
I'm extremely embarrassed. Everybody in the chat, we Pooch and I last year after Earth or 3D Printopia, as it's now called.
Printopia.
He came up here and we started on a very destructive project in here, and it's literally not progressed since he left. So,
which I knew would be the case.
It has to do with another room that I don't think I've ever shown that was intended for me to use for video purposes to show, to record in and make fun content in, and I've yet to properly do anything with it. So
I've got
someday
my
soon.
Extruder on.
Yep, got that off.
Awesome, good. Hey, we're making good progress here, man. I'm proud of you. Okay, I just want you to know, I'm proud of you.
Confirmed. I never use the right tools, everybody.
I guess it doesn't matter as long as you get it out and you're not stripping the screws because we're going to need it. Okay, so we've detached. Oh, look at that! They're telling you could have some Haribo here if you wanted. I've long since eaten mine.
Is there? Wait, did I miss something here? What was step 7? Oh, step 7 is just taking it off. Okay.
Yeah, we took it off.
Well done. It's over. We're done. It says good job. Step 9 done.
You know what? We've gone from a one tool to a 0 tool printer now. So we're going the opposite direction.
You'd be surprised at how many 3D printers I've attempted to repair and have done exactly that.
It's got to get worse before it gets better.
Yes.
Okay, now we're going to start putting the bits on that we need to do the actual tool changing, which is pretty cool. So I'm on step 1 is just telling us what tools we need again. Step 2 is the dock disassembly. So we're going to start taking apart the dock so that we can upgrade it to have the tool changer part. So if you want to compare, we're going to basically make it look like
the other
one that came with it, right?
Okay.
So let's get in here. I'm going to go back to the angle real quick, and I'll put these up here. So here's a look. Here's a look on
I've already
my
mixed them
right
up.
hand. Of the it should be pretty obvious, right? Because you got a big honking printed block on one, and then on the other we've got our tool changer mount, our little kinematic mount here. And so we're gonna make this one look like this one.
Yep.
Let's go back to the steps here. So for that,
all right, I'm gonna need part out of this bag. I'm assuming, right? Cut the zip ties.
Yep, we're gonna cut the zip ties. So you got your flesh cutters, your I call them flesh cutters, but we're working on the other end of this loom, I guess. Yep. And I don't know. I'm not sure why it wants us to cut but let's follow along. What it says, because we have plenty of zip ties.
It came with. Oh yeah, it came with a bunch. All right.
It's kind of funny because I don't think you really need to cut all that free to detach all this, but sure, why not?
We'll follow along.
Yeah, we're following instructions like good boys and girls here.
All right, then I got to pull the tube, loosen the tube, right?
Mm-hmm.
But not all the way out, or am I just loosening it?
I wonder if it's just to give you a little bit more clearance. I mean, really, what we're going for is just being able to get you. So you see the 3 holes in the back of that dock part?
Yes.
So we just need to be able to get to the screws on the top and the bottom, because we're going to detach this this front plate and we're going to replace it with the proper mount piece. So I don't know why it wants us to remove the tube, but if it says to remove the tube, we'll remove the tube.
Sounds good. And then
Pulling the tube out, and then I think it's just so that we can work on the whole thing more easily. So you see the 2 screws that detach the there's a
plastic.
piece of plastic. Yeah.
Yeah. Am I taking those screws all the way out, or?
That's what it says. That's what it
Okay.
says. I'm on step 3 still.
Yep. Yep. Oh, my old man hips.
The bending. Not so much bending anymore.
No.
So you don't need to take those screws all the way. Oh yeah, you do on this side. I'm sorry. You do need to take those screws all the way out.
Those 2, right? Below the
Yep,
tube?
those 2. What do they call in this part? The yeah, it doesn't say, but it's basically a piece of rigid polyethylene that just kind of keeps the loom up and holds it in shape, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna put
Okay.
those in my little. Now don't lose those screws, okay?
Yeah, I got those right there with the box of
Yeah.
other stuff.
Yeah. Well, for now you do.
Yeah, until I drop
right.
it.
No. No. I'm
Did you take the tube out all the way?
I did. I took the tube out, and here, if you look at my main feed, I've got the whole thing free now.
Yep. I'm free as well.
Free as
I
a
have
bird.
freed the willy. I mean,
Please don't. Please don't. Let's see.
Star. I know.
So-
It looks like Doc Ock arms, right? That's exactly what I said earlier. This looks like Doc Ock arms.
Get the longer version because
You know what I'm gonna have to do is print some Doc Ock stuff with this.
Oh no, these are. Let's see.
Okay, Doc
There we go.
disassembly. Disassembly.
Okay, step 4. Good. So it says using a Torx. So mine's not Torx for some reason. I'm not sure. Maybe that I must have used the wrong screws in this, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. I did a little upgrade, but don't. So you're gonna use your 2 Torx tools. You're gonna go in the top and the bottom holes, and you're gonna release the 2 screws that hold the adapter plate on, and then that's gonna pull off of the front. So anybody watching on my stream, you'll see I've got this little part here that's coming off.
Okay, I gotcha. Yep.
Like that.
There's like at this point a 70% chance that I screw something up along the way here.
No, but that's what I'm here for, baby.
I know.
We're gonna make sure that it gets done right. Come hell or high water. Whatever that means.
There we go. All right, I got it.
He's got it, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, I'm trying not to lose these
In this
screws though.
box.
I don't want those to pop out.
Well, that's my adapter board.
Oh shoot, what does that say? Using the Torx 10 screw, unlock the screw cable. Screw will fall out from the lower hole. Keep the. I'm gonna try and keep those screws in there. Is that all right? You think?
Yeah, you keep them in there. Just keep it all together for now. If you
I don't want to fish that stuff out later.
No, you definitely do not.
It's just chaos. That's what the desk looks like here.
Chaos.
Chaos.
Chaos. C-H-A-O-S. Chaos.
Okay, I got that off.
Where
Are you on step 5?
I am. So we've got the adapter plate off, and so now we gotta find the parking. They're calling it the parking tool. And I've got mine over here.
Oh, I found it.
Did you find your parking tool?
I believe this is the parking tool. It's the one
Parking tool.
part that's not
It's actually machined.
labeled.
It's metal.
Yes. Yep, it's the outlet plug for the printer.
What?
Yep.
What are you talking about?
Yep.
You're on step 5?
Also, Pooch, you know what we can do when you're here? We can I still haven't mounted the top here. The top. Look at this. Can you see it? Can you see my?
Oh
screen?
jeez, is it? Just sliding everywhere.
Yeah, just
You're just asking for trouble, brother. You're just asking for it, you know. Where's my parking tool?
Let's see.
Dock. There's a dock. Everywhere a dock.
All right, so I've got this parking tool, and I got it. Whoa, okay.
I'm gonna
Taken from the
off.
nozzle assembly set. Nozzle assembly set. Oh, man.
There's one of them. I mean, I guess I can always take it off of this guy.
This is... Ooh. Neat. If there is one thing that I love about 3D printing,
Yeah. Tell me.
it's modding and upgrading 3D printers. I love
You
it.
know, I know that you're joking right now.
I
but it does
appreciate
make me
this.
it does make me a little sad because I think
I'm missing out on half the fun.
I think you could be really good at it if you wanted to be.
I
But
could.
I can appreciate that it's not everyone's cup of tea.
It's my understanding that when I upgrade this from a single to a dual,
Right.
that I
It's
can
gonna
now
double.
run PLA and PETG at the same time. Is that correct?
Correct.
So
yeah,
I can
you
do some
could.
fancy things like interface layer supports, right?
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, man.
Because that's what I'm excited about.
It's pretty great how easily, like, because those two materials, they do not get along well, right?
I know. That's what I'm excited
And,
about. And I've never tried it. I've never tried that, and I've seen some people posting about it on
Well, it's like magic. It
yeah.
really is.
and how clean the supports the supporting areas look. Hey, I'm trying to grab all these nuts and bolts. Is this just all in the bags here?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I will tell you this. I know you don't do a lot of modding, okay, but even still, for any time you're working on anything, I highly recommend, doing a print like this. And there's a bajillion of them online, but this is Steve Build's little screw sorter, and it's just really nice to just have a little spot to chuck your extra
Bits and bobs.
parts, your bits and bobs, right?
You know what I've got that I am really looking forward to assembling? Actually, I don't think it's that bad. Is the positron, that upside down 3D printer?
Oh man, yeah. I'm supposed to have one on the way too. Although I think I'm waiting for the next batch. They've got LDO cranking out batch 2, I think now. So do you have it already?
Yeah. I bought one when they went up for pre-order, and
Of course you
picked
did,
one up.
because you buy printers like
I do buy a lot of
I don't want to
printers,
say nonsense.
and half of them don't even end up making it into the channel.
Some people collect shoes.
I did
collect
literally
printers.
just offload like 15 printers off Facebook Marketplace, and most of them were brand new that I bought, God knows, 3 years ago plus.
Yeah.
Still in box. So
I gotta tell you, man, as a content creator, what you do as a content creator, I do not envy you or Joel or any of those people the chore of having to constantly move stuff through your facility.
well,
Right,
my
'cause,
problem
I
is
mean,
I'm not
the
moving.
burden.
You've been here, and the first comment out of your mouth was, "Dude, you need to offload a lot of the stuff here."
And when I was there, you gave away a couple. I want to say a
I
couple
did.
teachers came over.
Yep,
And,
yep.
but it's like, the net in happens a lot faster than the out, right? So,
The other issue that I have is I don't want to give out. I have plenty of printers that I've used and then I've stopped using, and if they're still in good working condition, I don't mind giving those away. And then, or it's the machines that I don't know what's wrong with them anymore. Was there a clog? Is there something wrong with the extrude? Did it catch fire? I don't know. Like, I don't remember.
Well,
and then
yeah, and then you don't want to have to support it either.
I know. I don't want to hand that off to someone and be like, hey, you figure it out. That's that's not my thing. Sorry. I feel like I'm missing parts here.
Okay, what do you think you're missing?
All right, I've got the 238 TB, these purple ones there. I've got the.
Want to look at my screen real quick. This is the part we need for the immediate next step. I don't know if you can see this guy.
M3TB screw.
Have you located this guy?
Yes, I have that guy. He's standing by, waiting for orders.
Okay, so we just need some. What do we need then? What do we?
I think I'm just missing the M3NS nut, and then the M3NN nut. And you got to really put a lot of emphasis on the word nut when you say it. I've got the
M3N is the Nylox. So
yeah. I've got
the ones you have for that. That's
M3NS. Yeah, okay. I've got it's in this bag. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I'm just missing the M3NN nut.
That is the so if you go to step 5 in the directions, there are 3 photos underneath, and if you click on the 3rd photo, you'll see that there's a color coding, so you can see that that's the M3NN, as you say, is like what we call a nylock. It's got the little nylon bushing in it so that the screw can't back out. So you don't have any of those? Those should already exist in the printed part that we just took out, unless you popped them out. So if you
sorry. Is that this part that's it's in this arm? It's in the printed arm?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
In the printed arm.
Okay, never mind. Then I've got them. Yeah. Okay. Whew. I was nervous.
So crisis averted, everyone. So I'm gonna switch angles here, and I'm getting in close. And so what we're doing now is we've taken off this adapter plate for the single tool, and we're getting our what they're calling the parking tool, and that's going to mount in its place right here.
Oh, hold on.
And
I gotta put the.
What allow? Whoops, I got it backwards.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta make sure I've got the. Okay, so step 6. That was I never took the nuts, the screws out, so that's in there, right?
Yeah, that should all still be in there. So it looks like they've got it as if you were starting fresh again. I don't know why.
Yep. Okay.
That's fine. And so I am taking the parking tool.
Insert the M314 screw. M314. Hey, can I provide a bit of screed back to the assembly folks here?
Oh, let's do it.
Can I have the you like in step 7? It's a yellow arrow to the screw. Can it match the same color to the step 5 where we had the color coordinated screws there?
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, right? Like it'd be a little less confusing that way, right? Because it's the green one and that one before. So again, that part, Clayton, should actually be with the piece that we took off. You don't have to take it out of a bag. You can reuse the one that was with the part that we took off. The M314 is in there.
Where?
So, okay, so. So in step, that's all right. In step 4 of dock disassembly, if you look at the 3rd photo, we removed the single tool adapter.
Yep.
If you recall.
Yep.
So when we removed that, there was a screw.
Yep. I got it. It just fell out.
Yep. So you can reuse that.
That's perfect.
Perfect.
Oh, it says it's an M310 screw. Is that not an issue?
The one
that we removed in step 4. It says the last step. It's removed.
Maybe they used a shorter one. You know what? They may have used a shorter one in the early version. So if you want to grab the 14, that
All
out
right,
of your
I'm gonna
bags,
grab
you
the
can
I'm gonna grab
totally
the
do
14 out of the bag just to.
that. Yeah, let's stay
Play it
let's stay
safe.
on script. So I'm going back just so you guys can follow along. Uh-oh.
right.
Plumber. Was I showing some plumber crack, Mike, in my comments? I didn't think I was.
Let me pull up my short shorts.
Who wears short shorts? Clayton wears short shorts.
I wear dad short shorts.
Now the in shorts are like the what are they? The bird dogs, like the flexi fabric.
Dude, these
you
are.
never stain 'em.
I should send you these shorts, man. I get them off of Amazon. They're like.
Yes, please send me your shorts, Clayton.
They're
That's
$15 for. No, sorry. They're 15 a piece. They come in 2-packs, but they're awesome. And they got a little zipper on one side, so when you go running, you can put your phone in there and zip it up, and it doesn't come bouncing out. Because these are short. So
I'll send you the link to my running shorts that I really like because I've got a pair that my kids gave me for Christmas, and it's like it's a double, like so it's like a standard pocket, and then there's a zipper pocket up here for you, like your AirPods. We'll do short comparison.
also,
You got to get the button-down muscle tees. Not the muscle tee, the muscle polo. What is it? It's just a button up front.
I don't know about that, but look at this. Do you have Crocs with socks on as well?
No, never. Will I ever? I don't like Crocs. This is one place we do not align.
I have
hate
so many Crocs now.
Yeah.
I was literally just looking at last night. My wife and I went running out. We had last minute get some shoes for one of our boys, and I was looking at Baby Yoda Crocs. I think they might not have been official, but they were the ugliest shoes I've ever seen, and I really wanted a pair. I said I might have to ask that for Christmas. All right.
Knockoff Crocs?
Apparently, yeah. Okay, I'm not clear on this next step.
Which step are you on?
Step 7, second photo.
Okay. All right, I'm with you.
I've got the nut.
Right here.
Do I have to take the nut out of that first step? And then
there shouldn't be any nut removal. Are you talking about a screw?
Screw? Yep.
There's no nuts in that step. We've got to get in the same terminology page. Okay, so.
Okay, I see. I gotta take that out. I gotta thread it back through the arm from that one end, right? All the way from the one end. That doesn't fit.
Should be a through hole, so it shouldn't.
A through hole.
Sorry, before you mount the parking tool on there, you should be able to just lay the M3x14 on it and then tighten it in place with it already set. That's kind of it's a confusing. I'm going to get close to the camera if you want to look and see what I've got going on here.
Yeah,
I don't know, can you?
Hold on. Let me adjust this. How come I can't adjust Pucciarelli's Hold on. Oh, there we go.
Did you hit the lock? Yeah.
So, you did what now?
So I've mounted the parking tool to the front of this, and I've got my M3x14 screw kind of hanging through.
Yep.
Are you seeing that?
Yeah, but how did you? Oh, I see what you're saying. It just sits in there. Okay, I was trying to fish it. I was trying to fish it back through.
No,
okay.
You don't have to fish it through there. In
I
fact,
got you.
I don't think you can. I think you have to put it in that way because it's trapped in there once you bolt the whole thing on.
There's someone from the Prusa manual team is gonna take a look at this and be like, "This guy is the biggest friggin' moron." How is he making videos?
Here's the thing: is that if it's a problem for you, and this was my least favorite part about when I was building rep boxes. The documentation feels like you can't win because everyone has a different learning style, a different expectation of how things should be.
Shoot. Okay, so I have to fish that back through. I didn't want to, but I got to.
You can't fish it through. You have to.
No. Sorry, one of the other ones. I got this.
The top and the bottom.
Yeah. One of them fell out after I was very carefully trying to not have that happen. All right, that's actually that was actually easy now that I understood. So I don't have to tighten.
Understanding is the first step.
You don't have to go back through this middle and tighten this down at all. And it's not.
No,
gonna
you're
tighten
just
in place.
tightening. You're just tightening the top and the bottom screws that hold the parking tool to the plastic part.
All right, I gotcha. We're good.
Okay. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. So that you should have just done, I believe, step 8, where you're doing the upper screw, right? That you fish through. Hey,
yes.
Thumbs up. I like.
Very
nice.
My wife. Need a little bit more Borat in my life.
Yeah, man. You should get the suit. Get the bathing suit with the shoulder straps. They go well with your Crocs. Okay, I think now step 10. Well, I'm sorry, I'm kind of buzzing ahead here because I think.
Because we just did 8 and 9. Nice. Okay.
We did 8 and 9 because you did the top and bottom screws, so that's on there. And you got
10
M314.
And I never took out.
10,
I never took those out. Yep.
Right. So we're good there. So now we're gonna put that cable and PTFE tube back through the whole thing. Yeah.
Yep.
So
I gotcha.
Step 11.
Yep.
Step 11. You're doing great, dude. This has got to be. I don't want to jinx it just yet, but this has got to be the smoothest assembly I've done with you so far.
I mean, it's certainly smoother than the cabinets that we hung in one of my back rooms.
But we had amazing technique for that.
We did.
I gotta tell you. You guys, it involved like. What we had to like lay on
the tabletops, the countertops, and one of us would boost up the cabinets while the other one would screw it into the wall.
It was a whole thing.
With my Fisher Price tool set that I had then.
Oh my gosh! And then we did a stream, and then the famous stream.
Oh my gosh!
Where we replaced, and then you ended up getting, I think it was Gloop, Andrew, funded your.
A bunch of people, a bunch of people did.
That's
so
true. There were a lot of contributions to that.
Yeah, we literally went out to Lowe's afterwards and picked up a whole DeWalt set for me, and it's been amazing. Amazing.
It felt like my boy was growing up. From his Fisher Price tool set to the big boy DeWalt.
Oh wait, I'm not supposed to fish the tube in yet. Okay, hold on. I just did that wrong. This is why we shouldn't be talking. And all right, is there a wrong way to? No, there's not. Okay.
Not really.
Because I see how it's okay, and then.
Just prepping
put the 2 screws. Oh man, I don't remember which 2 screws these were. I think it was this 2 right here.
Yeah, that's why you gotta get a little tray. They're button heads, right?
Yep, I got it.
Yep, and then okay, good.
And then they go on the inside, correct?
They go on the inside through the plastic piece,
yep.
The flexible plastic. What are they calling that, by the way? They call it the cable support. The cable support.
I was going to call that a flange, but...
Phalanges. The
phalanges?
Sure. We're just making up words.
By the way, I don't know if you saw this. I remember seeing a comment somewhere about this, that someone was talking about the price. Yeah, the XL is expensive. The multiple heads is expensive. I did I'm surprised. I don't think I've seen it before. I did a few months ago a price chart breakdown.
Oh yeah.
If you bought just because I was interested to see, because I bought the basic one, which is the single, compared to the 5, which is obviously there's a massive price difference there, a good bit price difference there. And then what it would cost to go from a single to a dual, and then or a single to 5, or a dual to 5 versus just the find. that it was, you know, obviously the way that I'm going is the most expensive, but
Sure, 'cause
you're going to save
you're
more
doing it
money.
after the
Yeah, you're going to save more money in the long run if you just go with the 5 right off the bat. But the cost difference wasn't, I don't remember it being like significantly crazy or anything like that. So it seemed almost like I'm certainly paying more going from single to double, eventually going double to 5. But it wasn't like it was drastically more expensive than me going from 1 to 5, if that makes sense.
Do you remember? Yeah, no, it makes sense. Do you remember like how much we're talking? Was it a couple hundred?
No, I don't remember off the top of my.
Somebody in the chat do the math for us. I think you're right. You know, it's like anything, right? If you buy the upgrades after the fact versus
Yeah, of course, you're
like,
gonna
like how Tesla does that whole bit where it's like if you buy it at the point of purchase, if you wanted to get the extended battery version or whatever, versus unlocking it after the fact, kind of thing. Yeah.
Or I was interested in the tow package. It was cheaper.
Yeah.
It was cheaper for me to get the tow kit on when I got mine years ago than it would be for me to add it on now.
So speaking of the tow package, I read a rumor that like the tow, like they built in like the hitch, they just hide it behind the bumper or something.
Do you know who told you that? That was me. I told you that.
Yeah, so
because
did you actually pay for anything?
No, I haven't paid for
it was
anything.
always
No.
there?
I don't have it. I was looking into the tow package option for I have a Model Y. And I was like, oh, let me get a tow hitch on the back so I can get like a little cart thing from Harbor Freight.
Right.
But I saw on Reddit that people were like, 50% of these cars are going out with it just on there, and then they charge you. They could just cover it up. There's like a little plastic cover, and there's literally on printables. There's a 3D printed tool that someone created to pop that cover off the back of your Tesla to see if you actually have one there or not.
And you did.
I have not yet. Again, like many things, I am like a small child. I get sidetracked very easily.
Clayton's been grinding side quests since he was a little kid. They're just all side quests.
You should see me playing. I've been playing a lot of Fallout 76, and it's like,
dude, I love the Fallout
I was like, oh, let me start playing. Like, I'm gonna do this mission, and then all of a sudden I get a notification that event's starting up. I was like, well, I gotta do that event now.
Right.
It's taken me like weeks upon weeks upon weeks to do just some of the basic story missions.
I don't feel like, given the rise in ADHD and all this stuff, like, all these massive, exploratory world type games, like, I don't understand how people even complete the main thing where it's like you've got all these side quest distractions constantly coming at you,
Agreed. It's there's a lot that you can get sucked into with a lot of this.
But I guess if you're having fun, like, who cares? So I don't know.
Hey, I'm looking at parts here. So what step are I'm looking at step 13 at this point.
Okay.
I got my tube assembled and inserted.
You got the tube back in there, and then you get your zip ties back on there. You should kind of bundle it all back up again.
Let me get 2 zip ties.
Before
Oh no!
13.
Wait, was I supposed to use a whole new thing? Did I already screw this up?
What do you mean?
Inside this whole thing is a whole dock. Look at inside this bag is a whole dock.
That whole dock is for the other tool. We're updating the first tool. And
this already has one on it.
Oh really? Did they give us an extra? Did they give you an extra there?
I don't know. It says dock.
So wait,
here's the dock.
What's inside the dock? Show me. I want to see.
Inside the dock is the.
I'll switch to my split screen here. Wait, where'd you go? There he is.
So
you got a whole nother dock in there.
I had a whole dock. There's a printed dock, and then here's the same extra bolts that go into the.
So they gave you a whole nother. Oh! I know what that is. Okay, so take the dock that you've been working with and give me a close-up of the because there was an old version. There was an old version that had a different mount for the silicone, the nozzle stopper part. So can you walk up to the camera and I'll show you mine. You show me yours, I'll show you mine.
Yeah, these are definitely different shapes.
Yep. Yep. Okay. Oh man. So we must have not looked at it. No.
Sorry, the tops.
Yep.
Here's the
Yep.
one that it came.
You want the fat boy. You want that fat boy.
All right, so I gotta
Okay.
take this all apart and redo that.
Yeah. But
Okay.
the good news is you know exactly what you're doing now. That should be quick. Sorry about that. I didn't
That's
think
all right.
about that. So guys, the I'm gonna see if I can't. I'll get a close up so people can see what we're talking about here on my secondary. So let me grab an early version for reference, which I
Let
have.
me do this and move some of this out of the way, so
Yeah,
it's
need
not
to-
so overwhelming.
Maneuvering. Okay, good. Here's a good look at it. So if you early on had one of the earlier models, the dock part was narrower, which created some additional challenges when you were trying to take the dock on and off of the machine. So they redid this printed part so that it's a little bit wider. So if you look, I'll hold them side by side here on my, and unfortunately, I don't know if you're going to see this, Clayton, because I'm on my secondary camera.
Yeah, it's okay.
But I think you already know what the deal is. You'll see the profile from the top down is a little bit different, and in that hole is where what we're going to install in step 13, the we call it like the nozzle stopper. It's basically to keep the nozzle from like leaking when the part's not being used.
Oh, nice.
It's just a little stopper. So you'll see. We'll get to that in a second. But anyway, it looks like they printed the part and sent it with the kit for you, so you didn't have to.
I can't
print, and I didn't think to warn you about that.
I might have. I can't remember if when I bought the upgrade kit, if it was like if I had to select that I had one of the earlier XL units or not.
Yeah, they've gotten a lot better about like trying to make sure that they're getting you the right version of stuff. So this is like the strength and the drawbacks of the continual improvement and the open, movement. Like I love it, right? Because it's like we can unlock new features by just printing new parts and stuff like that.
Yep.
But for people that are not into that, it's a whole extra thing, right? We're like, oh, I've got the wrong version, and so it creates version control trouble. In this case, I don't think it's trouble. We're just, of course, talking and jumping around without reading everything. And so, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. But better to find it now than to mount the whole thing and be like, oh, that's right.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to.
Go grab some Nylox over here.
All right, so that goes in the bottom. Yep.
Did you guys have a good Labor Day break? Did you were you traveling or you were back from Florida at that point?
Yeah, I got back. I went on a if anybody, I didn't post about it. So, I went on vacation. No. I just when I go on vacation, I'm super weird like that. I don't know. Maybe it's my wife and I. We don't like posting that we're going on vacation.
Well, no, that makes sense. I mean, you don't, because then people show up at your house and take all your things while you're gone.
That's basically why. Yeah, but I took my boys to Florida for a week before school started without my wife. My wife unfortunately wasn't able to make it.
She didn't go with? Oh, was she working?
Yeah, she had to work. She works in schools, and they had a big back to school thing that she had to be there for, orientation type thing for new teachers and whatnot. Am I putting this in correctly?
Well, what are we asking here?
Yes, I got that. Okay, never mind, I got it.
Oh, that was rhetorical. Okay.
No, I just had to scroll back up. I wanted to make sure I was putting it in the correct orientation for the.
Hey, I'm proud that you're double checking. I think that's you've grown. You've grown.
Did you end up doing anything for?
I had a fantastic weekend. We stayed local, but we did a ton of different stuff. We had some family come to town. So my son just started high school.
Oh my gosh.
And
it's wild.
He is loving it. I mean, he was like, oh my gosh, middle school was just so boring comparatively, like with all the stuff they got going on. So the last two, Fridays we've been going to the football games.
Wow,
And
cool.
It's pretty great here because it's like the whole town shows up, and it's like the Friday night,
Yeah.
lights event. And so anyway, we had the second for this one. We went to a cousin's football game that was nearby. They're from Reno, and they came to town to play a team close to us. And so we went and watched that, and then had dinner, barbecue there, and just made a whole evening of it. And then we spent the week, the day at the lake on Saturday. We had some friends come out to picnic, and there was karaoke night at the sports lounge. So there was all kinds of stuff going on. Oh, there was like a great like family fun day thing where like one of the parks here was just like filled up with like cornhole and all the
Oh, that's cool.
like 100 different sports for the kids, and
Yeah.
squirt guns and water balloons.
Good family
It was
activities.
good wholesome family fun day. So yeah, we did a little bit of everything. We had a movie night. We had a. By the way, did you look up and see? Did you to look into that before summer's over? You got to see if you can get the drive-in near you, man. Like,
Oh yeah, I need to.
Family event.
Oh my gosh. Listen to what I saw, and then I'm so disappointed. I saw. We went to Niagara Falls area, my wife and I, a few weeks ago, to do back to school shopping, which I so enjoyed. But on the way back, where this is going, where this story's going, is I saw a drive-in theater all the way out there, and I was like, oh my gosh, we were talking about the drive-in and whatnot, and then literally we're driving past the drive-in theater on these back roads, going back to Rochester, back road style. I passed a storefront that was selling one of those Japanese utility trucks that I had been dying to get my hands on, and it was a fully decked out one. And I was like, we have to stop. We have to stop. And then I get home, and then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna look this up and find this and contact this guy. I really want to get this truck. I can't buy that truck and register it in New York. They don't allow you. New York State has banned those trucks a handful of years ago. So I can't register it. I can't drive it. I can't get it insured and drive it on the road here, which is just absolutely stinks.
Is it a right-hand drive?
It is. It is, but it's apparently it's an emissions thing.
Of course it is.
So, or what they're claiming. But it was like
that's a bummer.
I think it was like 8,000 for this decked out.
I mean, what would you have really
K-truck.
done with it? What
What do you mean? What would I have really done with it? Can you imagine the content that I can make with that thing?
That's what you say about everything, man.
We we're doing some stuff around the house. And I was like, telling my wife, I was like, I should be recording this. I could turn this into content.
Yeah, that's the reason I can't do what you do, because it's like I'll never get anything done if I'm constantly trying to record it. But
you know who like really got me into that whole mindset was Joel years ago. I had a phone call with him. He was like, you need to be recording that. That's content. You could post a video about that. I was like, that's a fantastic idea. Now, like literally everything I'm doing, I was like, can I turn this into a video? Like, how do I turn this into a video?
I mean, yeah, why not?
Can you imagine that? That would have been so cool. I could have gone through the whole process of how I bought the truck, how I got it home, because I like, did I drive it home or did I tow it with my buddy, or did it break down on the side of the road? I don't know. We'll find out. Yeah. I've been dying to get my hands on one of those.
Banana says you can't register those in Oregon either. I guess that's
yeah, they've started to block them in a bunch of places.
I would have thought emissions would be like better, like in because they're.
I would have thought as well, especially since they're so small. Yeah, they're so small. I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Don't know.
I don't know, but apparently people that have them here, at least in Rochester, there's a few around town that I've seen, which are not supposed to be driving them on the road, but apparently they do drive them on the road. They're just for people that have like lots of land, and they'll drive it around their land.
Okay.
Is, I don't have land. Like that.
What kind of landowner are you?
I
Anyway?
don't know.
Jeez.
My wife was like, where would you even park that? Not at our house. And I was like, I'd park it over at the studio. And she was like,
Yeah.
where would you park it at the studio? Because I don't have a garage. I was like, I don't know. Outside, I guess?
These are future Clayton problems. You
know.
know, this is.
I was
These are not-
so, it was one of those things where I was so excited and then immediately shot down.
You're like, listen, don't confuse the issue here with logistical details. We don't need to worry about. Where would you? You actually have plenty of parking at your. I've been to your. little
Hey,
spot.
let's not talk about that. Yeah, I know I do.
Okay, all right.
I do have plenty of parking. Hey, that's future content ideas, by the way.
Future content ideas, everybody.
Is the zip tie supposed to go in a particular, like the head of the zip tie supposed to go?
So yeah, if
somewhere?
you look at the printed part, you'll see like a notch. If you're holding it the backside, so you can see those nuts. There's like a little notch on the right side. That's where the head of the zip tie rests.
okay.
You see what I'm talking about?
Yep.
I don't think it's a super critical issue, but there is a space for it.
Yeah, I might have to use another zip tie.
Thankfully, zip ties are cheap and abundant. You know.
I have purchased. Speaking of zip ties, I keep meaning to another content idea. Is
This guy.
if you haven't seen them, it's the 3D zip figures, 3D zip guy, 3D zip toy. I can't remember. It's a guy someone that creates 3D printable zip tie action figures. And
Just like action figures out of zip ties?
You 3D print the body parts, and then they all connect together via zip ties, which is
fascinating.
It's wild. And
I
he's
wanna see
made,
that.
or
That
they've
sounds
made
cool.
a ton of them. I know. I bought Batman, Magneto, Spider-Man, Iron Man. Have I printed any of them? No. Do I know where those
People
files
are? So
are?
creative, man.
No.
I gotta say.
I know. There are some seriously creative people out there. Okay. So, I got this going here.
Are we ready for step 13? Are we?
I am almost ready.
Okay.
And it's... we're an hour and a half in. Technically, I mean, we're really just like an hour into this.
You know what? If we have to part to it, or if we want to, just go as far as we want to go, I'm flexible. I know me. I enjoy doing this kind of thing, and I love chatting
I do
with
too.
everybody. And it's so awesome to see everybody here. Tell us in the chat what you guys are up to today. What are you guys building? I've got Jake from State Farm. We've got Llama.
Jake from State Farm's over there.
Yeah. Jake. He's a big fan.
And yes, I am from Rochester, New York, here in the ROC. Rochester.
Good old beautiful upstate New York.
I'm in Rochester, New York. Rochester.
I know good friends of mine, Bill and Brittany Duran, are from your neck of the woods, that Oswego, which is pretty close to you, isn't it?
Yeah. I've talked to them before about that. And by the way, I'm burning through zip ties. I've already screwed up the zip tie process.
Somehow he's managed to use all of his zip ties.
I forgot to.
And he used an entire bag.
I forgot to zip tie the other cable in there. just the PTF tube in there.
No, forget the E. The E is an important part. PTFE.
No. It's too many.
PTF. Too many letters for you. Polyterraflora, and then not the last one. No ethyl. I don't know. I probably botched it anyway. Oh, I need a square nut. I lost my square nut there as well.
It's actually pretty cool. Okay.
Pretty
Hey, how do
cool.
I? Which way is the cable here going? Never mind. I see
Which?
it. No. I got it.
There's only one way.
Yep.
He's got it.
These Prusa folks have thought of everything. There's a little channel for it.
They think of everything, man. Perfectly shaped channel for your wire guide. Is that what they were calling that?
Sure.
The black.
I wasn't sure where you were going with that, but you know, you got it.
Yeah, that's where I was going.
We've got it.
Right where you expected me to go.
Okay. All right, back on now to new dock assembly nozzle seal.
Yeah, good. Okay, good. So 13, is that it?
Step 16.
Oh, you're on 16. Oh, look at you. Hold on. Did you skip over 13 because we had to put together the dock assembly parts prep, but you already did. You've already accounted for those?
No.
Look at 13 and find
I got them.
those
I got the
parts,
bag.
first of all.
I got the
Okay,
bag.
good.
I think my parts look different.
Do they?
Yeah. Yes.
How
This
do they
looks
look
different.
What looks different?
Nozzle
need to see
assembly
what's different.
seal. Let me come up to your camera. This is not it looks like, well, I've got I don't know if it matters. This is a gray tab. Just gonna focus on it, and then this is not recessed here where the.
Put your hand behind it so it focuses. There we go. Okay, so the color of the silicone doesn't matter. So here I'm gonna go.
But this isn't. Yeah, I figured that didn't matter. But this, I see in the guide, there's like a recessed channel.
Yeah, and that should be okay. That should be okay. That you have a newer variant of that, and that's fine. So I'll hold mine up so you can see it, and the people at home. So this is the one I've got. There's a little bit of a different variant. The reason it's different is because it's so close to the nozzle, it's got to be a high temp plastic. So you may have a molded part, or it could be the PCCF, the high temp polycarbonate blend.
Sounds good.
But at any rate, you do need to find that screw in the spring, though.
Yep.
Part.
I've got those. They were inside the bag with it.
Okay, good. And I heard terrible clicking coming from my printer in the other room, so that's.
Oh, you want to go check on that real quick?
Yeah, I think I might. I'm doing this Hue Forge that's very ambitious. I'm excited about it, but I don't want it to fail.
You showed me the preview of that. That's gonna
I'm
look
excited.
awesome. You're gonna lose yourself.
I'm gonna lose myself in the moment. You want it? Yeah. You know what? I wonder if I should. So Steve, big music fan. Steve that runs the Hue Forge project. And we've been doing these album art bits, and he's done some with Joel, but we're trying to do them like big on the XL, so my other
Heck
5
yeah.
tool in the other room, and they look great. My problem is I don't think I cleaned that sheet very well, and the corners were starting to peel up on the
no
album because it's at the full build volume.
Oh, you're using the full.
So,
you didn't even when I printed the huge Spawn poster.
Well, just under full.
Yeah,
Yes.
I made sure that it was smaller because I was the exact same concern I had was the corners lifting so that I could have some mouse ears in the corners.
Did you end up doing mouse ears? Is that what you did?
Yeah, and it worked perfectly.
On the Giga, right? You did it on
the
Giga Max.
Yeah. The first print I did, the bottom half, one of the corners. I didn't have the leveling. The offset was too low or too high or something like that. So I on the fly adjusted, and then it looked great. The second part that I blended.
But you were
together.
able to get that done on the first try.
First try.
Kind of watching it and
Yeah.
First try. Nice.
Okay.
All right, so we're getting that nozzle seal in there. So you're on 16. What step are you on here?
Step 16. Okay. So I see the notch for it. I can shove that in the hole. Nope. Yep. Okay. I can shove it in the hole.
You got the spring under there. The spring is important. So it goes spring, then the printed part with the little lever arm that you showed me on the camera, and then the nut goes through the top, and then that's how it fastens into the part. So I'm gonna walk mine up to the camera so you can see it.
Bruh, that doesn't where they show that. What step was that? They didn't show that.
It is the. Let's see here. I'm gonna look. It is zip tie. Locate the hole for the nozzle seal. So
Insert the nozzle seal.
I
with
think
the
they're
spring.
trying to tell you to prepare. Yeah, see, this is a good feedback because I don't see between step 13 and step 16 where they show you the spring.
Right.
But you have the spring, right? You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking about?
I've got the spring.
And
So I'm gonna
looking at
shove the
instructions here.
spring.
I'm gonna go so people can see what I'm looking at. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put the spring in the hole on the left side of that dock part.
Yep.
And then you're gonna put the printed part
Over the
should
spring.
see how that
Mash
kind
it
of
down.
fits over. Yeah, and then you're gonna run the screw through the spring, and then you should still have that square nut in there. Or no, do we need to put a square nut in there? Because remember we changed the printed part, so we need to put a square nut in there.
Where was that?
That is a great question. Let's look.
I
feel like we're missing some detail here, aren't we?
We got no step the square nut in here.
Okay, so if you look at step 14.
Here we go. Step 6. I'm supposed to insert that square nut in there.
Okay, so we skipped ahead. Okay, step 6. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I got the square nut in the bag. In the bag.
Okay, so that we have that detail, but the spring detail, I'm not finding that.
Sorry, does this just squarely shove that in there, right?
Yeah, you might need a pair of needle nose. It's a tight fit, but you got to press that in there and bottom it all the way out.
Oh my god, this is gonna be a little trouble.
Nah, you got it.
There we go. You know what's handy is the tools that Prusa sends you with the XL.
I've got so many of these orange screwdrivers.
Oh, do you really? Those are nice.
Yeah.
No, these Klingon looking tools that the
yeah the stamped wrenches. Yeah, I got them here.
Oh no.
Did you lose the screw? Would you?
No, I moved my screw bin and a bunch of the screws just that I had separated out just kind of moved all together. That'll be we'll get to that when we get to it.
Getting in close here. So basically we've got this little silicone flap. The nozzle, when it parks, sits right over top of that, keeps it from oozing out. And this whole thing is spring mounted so that it can move up and down as there's variance. I mean, there's really not a lot of variance when it parks, but that's the spring we're talking about. Now, why there's not detail, I'm not sure. So there might be a comment.
I'm going to. So then I take the screw, right? The screw. I shove that in there, and then I tighten that down.
Correct. Right. So that's the. I'll tell you how long. Starting in May 2024, you may receive a gray nozzle seal, which is what you got, and they're identical. And then this, yeah. See, it says. So they don't give you a visual of it, but I can say that in step 13, there is a little info thing at the very bottom. It says slide the spring over the M30 screw, taking care not to let it fall off. What's confusing about that is you really need to put the screw through the nozzle seal part first, and then you put the spring on it. So I'm gonna take this off so I can hold it up and you can see what it looks like.
I see what you're saying. That'll be easier than what I'm trying to do right now. All right, so I'm gonna take. Oh. Okay.
So I'm gonna walk up to the camera.
Let me take the spring out. I'm gonna put the spring over the screw, and put this in the hole. Bada bing, bada boom. Yes. Hold on.
That's what we're going for.
Yep. That's what I did there. I got you. Thanks.
Perfect.
All right, now I'm going to try and lock that in.
Don't drop the spring, and then just like rock that in from the side and in there, and then tighten that in. And we're in business.
How does it say how? Is that supposed to be flush?
The,
Not over
it's
tight.
designed to be yeah, it's designed to be adjustable, so just enough so it starts to tighten, and then we can when we do our calibration, you can adjust the height of that once it's set.
Okay. How? All right, that's in there. I've got it made. There's like a quarter of an inch maybe showing.
Sure.
Lift. Yeah. Nice. Okay. I'm doing it.
He's doing it. He's doing it. He's doing it well.
Oh, now we get to disassemble the next
dock.
extruder.
Yeah, the next step 17, baby. We're moving on. Let's see. Karen Chow in the chat says she just got translucent purple TPU. Wondering if she should print her gummy bear with it.
Where is that from?
Yeah, now you've done it. You let Clayton know you have a filament he doesn't have, and he's gonna want to go get it.
I do want some purple TPU. I feel like I
and
have not come. I know a translucent as well. I'm not even really familiar. No, I have played with translucent TPU. You know, I've never printed TPU on the XL.
I have. I did the. Wait a minute! Didn't you try to do the basketball out of a TPU on XL?
I lied. I did do TPU on the XL.
You're a lying liar.
I stand corrected. I have done TPU on the XL.
Somebody's paying attention to what he's told. How did it go for you? I mean, the basketball. We all remember the old a couple months ago. Everybody printed.
Everybody and their mother doing the basketball.
I got one right here.
I have one in the other. I've got a bunch of them still. They're still not as good as the ones that the ones that we got to play with at Rapid TCT were.
Will not break. Oh, those are.
Those are the legit ones.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, again, cool. Like worth $2,000? Absolutely not. But
right.
You know, fun demonstration of technological capabilities, I suppose.
Agree.
All right.
Bam, Bama Brian. Yeah, that was that huge forge print. That was 8. I did 8 color changes on the Giga for the Spawn poster, which was awesome. Yeah. You know what's fun,
Man,
Pooch?
how long did that take? How long did that?
That was
each
part. I want to say the bottom half was 12 hours. Man, I can't remember how long the top half was. It was about 24 hours in total. Yeah, but I had a camera monitoring it because it would just sit there, and I'd have to check to see when the print had paused for me to change the colors. But Pooch, one thing you should try out that I want to do, it's sort of the not what HueForge is intended for, which is the idea with HueForge is you print really thin layers so that the colors blend together as you're printing over other colors, so you can create different shades. What I really think is cool, or potentially would be really cool, is printing it, not like ignoring that, and printing it chunky. So taking the design and chunkifying it so that you really have some thick mountains and valleys of your print. So it would be
chunkifying. Is that a technical term?
Yes, it's a technical term. You'll find it on the HueForge forums as well. So it's I've considered getting a doctorate in chunkifying, but we'll see.
Chunkification.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty awesome.
No, but it gives it a little bit more like a visual texture to it.
Yeah. There's something about the way a HueForge casts. It's just like a lot of people are like, I don't get it. Why wouldn't you just make a nice print or something? And I'm like, you know what I mean, like a flat poster print or something, and take it to Kinko's, and because the way that light passes through it and bounces off it and casts shadow creates a dynamic that you just don't. until you like see it and hold it. So I don't know if you guys are gonna go to any events coming up. I know he's gonna be at ERF, showing off some great stuff. And like, once you get your hands on them, or once you run one, you're like, oh, I get it now.
It definitely takes a little bit to wrap your head around. Like, it definitely took me a little bit to wrap my head around that.
Yeah.
Untighten the screws until the cable. So I'm on step 17, right? I'm releasing. Yep. I'm not fully.
We're not doing full release yet. We're not. You're taking off the. You're unhooking the.
Yeah. There we go.
The plastic piece. You're taking the PTFE out. You're disconnecting the wiring from the extruder.
Yep. So then I can do this. What's a Festo fitting? Is that
The Festo is what holds the PTFE tube into the extruder. So that's the part where you push the little blue part down and it releases the PTFE tube from the extruder.
Is that what the blue part is called? Is that the Festo?
Yeah, that brand of that connector. I mean, it's a type of pneumatic connector, but that brand is called the Festo.
Oh, okay. And then press the secure pin to remove the cable. The what? Oh, I'm just removing the... Okay. Oh, shoot.
So I've taken off the mount block, so I'm going to switch camera angles.
Is this supposed to do this? I guess it is. I didn't realize that there's like a hinged...
The door, it flips open. Yeah, it is supposed to do that.
I thought I just broke something.
Nope, that is as designed. That's not a bug, it's a feature. So I've removed this honkin' polycarbonate block that holds the single tool onto here from the extruder. And we're gonna replace this part with the, I guess I would call this the male component of the tool changer. So when it's docked, this is what the tool changer bracket locks onto. So instead of a rigid mount, we've got a kinematic mount now.
Okay.
And that's what we're going to do next.
So
we are on you're on step 18, right? So you're taking off that printed part.
Yep.
You're right there with me. So you're going to take those torque screws out.
Oh, those are some long ones.
So there's two that are on the fan side, not the print fan, but the hot end cooling fan. And then you got the two that are on the print fan side as well. So there's the orange screws and then there's the green screws on the second photo. And that should free the whole printed block for you, and then you can put that safely with all your XL extra parts in case you ever want to go back to a single tool. Why you would want to go back to a single tool? I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, would anybody ever go back?
You know what? 2 is too many. It's too many. I'm going back to 1. It was a simpler time.
Okay.
I might have to take a bio break here. That
Yeah,
coffee
go ahead.
went through me there. I should probably mute my mic.
Oh. Okay. Oh, nice. All right. That's
I'll just take the mic off to be safe. Nobody needs to hear that. Karen Chow, really quick. Karen Chow says that that the TPU is a Matter Hackers MH build series, I guess.
Oh, nice. All right. I'll have to take a look at that. Thank you.
So check out Matter Hackers.
Yeah.
And Karen, are you going to go to Printopia? Wait, did I mute myself? No, I don't think so.
One solid cube. Yeah, I agree. It's if I'm not breaking something, at least during a live stream, then it's not really an Uncle Jesse live stream. So let's just throw this XL off the table. So this is for anybody joining late. We are doing a co-stream here, Pooch and I. We definitely could have better audio. If you haven't already, one suggestion was if you want to watch my stream, we're both co-streaming. So he's got a stream over on his channel. Mine's up here. And then his audio sounds like it might be coming through better on his side. So what you can do is pull up the audio on that one here if you wanted to watch this or watch it on his side, doesn't matter. But yeah, what we're doing is upgrading my Prusa XL. I bought the single to dual head upgrade kit, and I've been holding on to this for a few months, so we're now going through the process of upgrading this, which is exciting. So
Yeah, I'm back. Can you hear me again?
Oh wow, that was fast, man. Did you wash your hands?
Of course I washed my hands. What kind of animal do you think I am? There we go. And I dried them. Can you believe it? You guys miss me? That was a good summary. Yeah, we apologize. We spent a good, 20 minutes
just trying to figure this out.
And I think we got to, at least to a tolerable place, but we learned some lessons, and this is good. You were actually the first guinea pig to try co-streaming this way. I did see when I was doing some research on it, it looks like YouTube now allows you to dual or co-stream directly through the interface, but I think you have to initiate that through the YouTube Studio. I don't know. It didn't seem like it was as ideal as having OBS to do multiple scenes and stuff.
Right. Yeah.
So we
not
tried
that I've ever
this way.
Not that I've ever done anything super complex, but I like in OBS. I mean, I can make your window as big or small as I want. If I want to flip on my webcam, I can. If you know,
right.
Stuff.
You got some more freedom, but the audio challenges with OBS and the monitoring takes a little getting used to.
It's still
sure.
connected. Be gentle about the cables. Gotcha. Gently
All right,
move
where are
the
you at?
heatsink
What have I
fan.
missed?
Step 19. I'm gently moving the fan away. Gently move the heatsink fan to the side. With a 2.5mm Allen key, remove the 310 screw from the lower hole, leaving the hole empty.
Wow, that's interesting. I wonder why they want us to. Oh, yeah, I know why. Because of the
gigaflops. Because of the implications. You keep saying that word.
Word. You keep saying that word.
You know, we get them tipsy. We get them
Tipsy topside?
Tipsy topside. We get the mattress downstairs.
I didn't have any. Man, I'm getting hungry. I might have to have a little snacky too. I don't like to eat on stream.
Hey, can I ask everybody in the chat a question, and even you, Pooch? What's the purpose of Uber Eats? Like
to have other people bring you food.
I get it, but every time that I've ever used it, which is not very many, it's been like twice. It was far more efficient for me to leave, go pick up the food, and bring it directly home versus waiting an hour for someone to deliver cold Taco Bell to me. Like it was pizza in this case, but I was like, what? There's no point in this. Why am I I guess if you literally can't get out and get somewhere, then yeah, I could understand. I also ordered something for my dad in another state via Uber Eats, and I was like, where is this person going? Like, because you can watch them. And then
you're trying to track them, and it's like they're just
I'm like,
wandering.
What is going on? Are they going to visit a friend? Like, what's going on here?
Okay, that's funny. Yeah, I think, well, because it's through Uber, first of all, you're kind of beholden to Uber drivers and their kind of their schedule around stuff, right? Yeah. So I can't say that I've used DoorDash quite a bit, and I've used Postmates, I guess, in the past. So I don't know. Maybe the speed will vary. A lot of times I'll look to see if like a restaurant has their own delivery option first, because it's, you know, they time it better that way, right? Maybe.
Sorry, I'm looking at this step here. So we removed that screw. I'm putting the fan back in place, and I'm going to add 2 other screws to that.
Yeah, so you took that screw out because the way that the part mounts that we're installing next is a little bit different than the single tool variant, right? So you'll see there's a printed part that like kind of like redirects the airflow over the hot end cooling fan, and that's how we actually mount part of the side of the.
You know what I should have printed was one of
what's
those
that?
screw guides, the little.
Oh, so you can measure out the. I've got one right here you can use.
Thanks. Because I have no idea what the three. Okay, I got two of them. I think this is them.
You're talking about that guy, right? Like these little doohickeys? Those
Yeah,
are
yeah,
right?
one of those. One
Yeah,
of
yeah.
those. I need one of those that Prusa had that I saw in a little viral post there that they showed off.
Was it the one where you can like roll them and they
Yeah.
fall into their little sorter thing?
Yeah.
Because that was sweet.
Oh, is this? Do I put
think I wanna
these
print that
back
too.
in there? No, that came from the extruder. Hold on.
Get
Hold on.
organized, my friend.
Insert two M320 RT screws. I don't have screws that are that long. I don't have screws that are that long.
Hold on, the M320. Those might have been some that you just removed from the other part. I think 20 is actually. These look like 25s to me.
Oh yeah, they are. Do not throw them away. MR320T
Yeah,
screws.
These are,
Okay,
these
yeah,
are
yeah,
24s, but yeah.
I got
anyway.
it. It was from step 18.
You good? You good?
I'm good, bro.
You good? Yeah. Hey, Mayhall, Andrew. Yes.
Oh,
this is
hello.
Dual Head. That is what we are doing.
Andrew.
And we are moving along at our own special pace, the way that we often do.
Thank you
This is not-
for referring
we're
to me
here
as
for
your special little boy.
Is that what he said?
No, you. I was joking about you.
Special little boy.
Hey, is Andrew bringing Jeff to Earth or to 3D
That's
Printopia?
a good question. I don't know. Andrew, are you bringing Jeff to 3D Printopia? I don't know if he was
Anybody that doesn't
planning
know,
to do that or
3D
not.
Gloop has a ginormous robot arm that last year they had tug of war with,
Yeah,
and it
it's
was
super cool.
wild. It was wild.
And then there was the helmet competition. Dude, awesome 3D printed helmets for it too.
Andrew and I know all about the 3D printed helmets, Andrew. I owe Andrew like 18 3D printed helmets at this point.
Just 18?
Just 18 of them.
Just 18. Yeah.
Okay, I have got step 19. I'm square.
Okay, what's next?
Grub screw relocation. Step
Okay.
number 20.
Gonna get grubby with it?
Okay, I've got to hold this to the screw, to grubs. I'm growing up Degrassi. Hold the neck extruder as described to prevent the nozzle from falling out of the heatsink after loosening the grub screw. Locate the grub screw. Oh, it's right there. Okay. Use the Torx, the Chorkin screw.
The twerks? Torx.
That's not the right
Oh,
Torx.
okay, I got it. All right, we are on. You said you're on 20, right? Grub screw
Using
relocate.
relocate the grub screw from the upper hole
Mhm.
to the lower hole.
That's right.
What?
So let's make sure. Okay, so if you're looking at your neck extruder,
Yeah, I'm taking it out the top hole and I'm going to put it in the lower hole.
that's correct. And so the nozzle will probably be a little bit loose right now as
Yep.
you're doing that. If you were to pull that out, good.
Hey, by the
So
way, is
that's
this how I
the-
just swap
yeah.
out the nozzles?
Yeah.
Oh.
And the reason that we're moving it down is because there is a little cheater hole in the part that we're mounting, so that you don't need to take this whole thing apart to change the nozzles.
So if I wanted to go from right now, because eventually I'm going to be installing I've got a 0.6, and we're going to be installing a 0.4.
Now would be a great time to do that, actually.
Is that maybe in
Even
the
though it's
next
not on here.
step?
Now, does it say? I don't think it says on here, but I'm telling you,
We should do that right now.
it would not. It's not going to get any easier to change that nozzle than it's going to be for you right now.
Okay, so let's change the nozzle. That's not gonna. There's not enough room.
Not enough room. Oh, you need to. So pop open that little flap on the side, the access port to your dwarf board.
What?
And if you want to here, look at my camera. Remember how you said, "Oh, look, is that supposed to do that?" Remember that little cover,
Yes.
the shroud.
Yep. Yep, I
If
got
you
it.
open that up, at the very top,
cool.
there's a black cable at the very top. That's your
Yep.
heater cartridge plug. Unplug that. We're just going to give ourselves a little slack so you can drop this whole
Yep.
thing out of there. And then right underneath it is the thermistor wire. There's like
Yep.
a little tab, and if you just move that in and pull it out, that's your thermistor.
Yep, and I can pull those
You're
out.
going to remove those two, and then you should be able to, if your grub screw is loose, you should be able to drop your nozzle
Yep, I got
out
it out.
the bottom.
Yep.
Just be careful with the wires as they reroute, and then unscrew the nozzle from the heat block, the aluminum block. So for that, you might need to hold it with a pair of pliers. It depends on how tight it's in there. So you got.
I got you.
Those wrenches that you were showing me earlier too are good for that as well.
Yep.
You should have 2 wrenches that'll allow you to do all that.
Nope, not that one.
And while I've got this off, I'm gonna swap off. So these socks, I got these colored socks from a company overseas. I don't remember what they're called. I'll tell you in just a sec. I think Digs, but I color code these depending on what size nozzles in there, so I have a better visual of like which.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Which nozzles in there? That's a pro tip for you guys.
Boom! Look at that.
I got red ones. I use red ones for 0.4s. I think I got inspiration for that from the Revo people at E3D or the E3D.
I just got my first set of Revo nozzles from E3D.
What are you gonna put the Revo on?
I have a project that I'm working on with getting the Revos on one of my Neptune 4 Pluses in a special hot swappable system.
Hey, that's cool. Okay, yeah. So this, if you're looking at my camera, I'll give you here's the angle. So
2 seconds. Let me find the nozzle.
Yeah, that's fine. While you're doing that, I'm just sharing with people. The company is called Levendigs, Levendigs, and they make different color silicone socks for the Mark IV and the XL size nozzle, plus a bunch of other types of nozzles. And I like to use these as a visual indicator of what nozzle I have installed. And so I'm going to put the red one on my 0.4 here while I've got it out and easily accessible.
So they make those specifically designed for different kinds of printers?
Yeah, they do. They do. So here's the stock black one that comes with it, and then I got red and blue and green. So my reds are 0.4, my blue are 0.6, my greens are 0.8, and my black I use for hardened, but you could do 1.0s. Here they are.
Jeez Louise. Man, I could not find that nozzle anywhere.
There were the extra ones that came in the box that you just had.
Yeah. No,
Remember
I know.
that?
I found it. It was just not with everything else.
Of course it wasn't.
Okay, so then all I do is I insert that back in and re-screw
The whole
that in
process
place.
backwards. Yes.
Okay. And then tighten that in.
So I am putting the red socks on my 0.4 nozzle. There we go. All right, now you can be just like your friends. Wrong size.
All right, so fishing that nozzle back through there, those wires.
Yep.
Hey, is there a orientation that this is supposed to go in? Is it like it looks like it's going in angled. Okay, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, it does. It goes in angled, so the wires kind of collide with the heat sink and it's supposed to be just slightly rotated. That's normal.
And it's loose, right? Oh yeah, because I don't have the grub screws in.
You gotta, once the grub screw's in, it'll so seat it all the way down, tighten the grub screw, and we should be good to go.
I got you.
You got me?
So that's kind of cool. It doesn't have to be, that whole nozzle is just, it's not like other printers where you have to thread that in, and you know that there's the like on the old Creality style. What is that? I can't remember what type of.
Yeah, no, I know
nozzle.
what you're talking about. The M6 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can do it a couple different ways, right? There's some quick change nozzle tools where you actually like just loosen that grub screw and not have to unplug it from the dwarf board. I just got a bunch of extra heat blocks and assemblies so that I can just unplug it and then replace that whole part. Because I find that to be a lot faster and cleaner than trying to loosen the nozzle from the hot
from that block.
And then having to heat the whole thing up and blah 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 blah.
Yeah, actually, I think I bought
my
another nozzle somewhere. Actually, I think it's for the MK4. Is it the same? Is it the same?
It's the same.
Okay, that's great.
It's the same. The only difference is the thermistor wire on the XL is a little bit longer. You can make the Mark IV ones work. It's the same kind of thermistor, but they don't give you quite as much length. I would love to see them just like make them all the same length and more universal, but then you've got to deal with a little bit of excess on the Mark IV.
Does the Prusa slicer and these machines support for the XL specifically? If I have a 0.4 nozzle on one and like a 1.0 on another, or not yet?
Coming very, very soon to a slicer near you. That was all I'll say about that.
That's awesome. Okay.
It's probably the #1 requested thing.
Yeah.
And it's in private. It's in private beta right now. I can verify that it's being worked on.
Okay.
And it's exciting. Cool. Yeah. But there's a lot of.
I'm sure.
Challenges with getting the thing to slice right when you're like, okay, this layer is 0.2 and this layer is 0.6, and so it's not quite as easy as I think a lot of people just assume it would be. There are hacks around it. Like if you do a search for XL different nozzle sizes on different tool heads, there are workarounds that people have come up with. But the officially supported version of that will be out very shortly.
All right, I'm on to step 21. So I got that board, the tool changer board.
We got our little tool changer board. Good.
Is there a proper end of this cable that I'm supposed to be plugging this into?
I believe they are the same on both ends. So no, you can plug either end in. I think they tell you to do the label side like toward away, not on the tool changer board itself, but I don't think it matters really.
Okay. Oh, and then I need the whatever that printed fin is.
Printed fin. Stop clicking.
Is that your printer that I hear?
Yeah. Nope, it's done it again. I'm just gonna kill this.
Okay, so, and then I need a whole bunch of these parts again. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to clean that build plate and maybe do some mouse ears. You know what I should do? I've been using the satin build plate. So I think there's 4 different types of build plate now.
I have
get for
2 or 3,
all of these.
I think.
Yeah, so I don't tend to do a lot of PLA printing, but now that I'm hue forging a little bit more, I do again.
Mm-hmm.
And usually the satin plate is kind of the best of all worlds, right? Because it's like you can print PETG, you can print PLA on it. But I still find that the good old-fashioned PEI sheet seems to be like just the best grab for PLA. So I think I need to get a big. They do make an XL version of it that I need to get because I think I just have texture in satin right now. So I might try the large PEI sheet.
Okay, I think I've got these 2, and then I need a M3.
Let's see.
30. Is that
Mayhall
one of the ones that we?
Says he still prefers Revo nozzles over the Mark IV and the XL. I know. I was really hopeful that they would stay with the E3D Revo standard, but I don't know. I mean, there's benefits and drawbacks to both. But now that they've figured out the phantom unscrewing issue with Revo, So I don't know if you saw this or not, Clayton, but it was determined, like by a lot of people over the last couple months. This was probably 6 months ago now. That like, sometimes these Revos would like unscrew themselves during printing,
A what?
and it had to do. Well, you know how the
Yeah, 'cause
nozzles
they-
are designed to be like,
They pop in and out.
And every once in a while, you would have one just kind of start to unscrew itself and then, bend or something because it worked itself out. And it turns out that when the printer would go, I don't remember if it was like doing circles like counterclockwise or clockwise, it would induce a torque on the nozzle. And so there was a correction made in the firmware, I think a while ago, that if you have a Revo configured to run on like an older version of your Mark III or 3.5, it would only do like circular patterns like in a counterclockwise thing so that it was tightening the nozzle, not potentially loosening it.
I gotcha. That's
Yeah,
pretty
so that
crazy.
was an interesting discovery, right? Because it's like, who cares? It didn't matter before with the old style nozzles, but now that we have these new nozzle types. So that was a good discovery.
Okay. I got the fan shield. I got this thing going here. Insert 2 M38. BT. I got those here. Into the... Oh,
So you're mounting your fan shroud?
I'm mounting the fan shroud. Okay.
Very good, comrade. Okay. Let's go back here so you guys can see what step we're on. We're on 21. Got a little printed fan shroud part.
Locate the holes on the screen. Locate the holes on the screen. Locate the 2 holes on the screen. I gotcha. Attach. Oh, that's okay. I got it.
Oh,
I got it.
Should have routed this cable first. I can still do it this way.
You know what I need is a
stiff drink?
A stiff drink.
Already?
Oh, I can't do that. I have children to pick up today. I have to go drive some buses.
Oh yeah? You on shuttle duty?
I'm on school bus duty this week.
Oh yeah? Well, you're not actually driving a school bus, are you?
Yeah, I got my license.
Class A? You're like a Class A guy?
It's a Class B for bus, obviously.
Oh yeah, that might be. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm joking. I know.
Class A is. I think it's Class A, and you know who? No, Andrew Mayhall would know that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, he had to. I think he had to get his Class A to drive that beast of a truck he got that moves Jeff around.
Oh yeah, I bet.
I think, or maybe he didn't. No, I'm pretty sure he did.
Holy moly.
Andrew, what's the story? What class? But I think there might be something more when you're actually like transporting children and stuff too. So maybe that's a different class.
Locate the space between the 2 M3NS spacers. What in the heck is this?
What are we on? 21 still?
I'm on 24, my
22.
man.
Oh, you're on 24,
cruising.
24,
I'm
my bad.
cruising along.
Man, where are you? Like, slow down, man. Okay, 23. You got 23 done?
23's
And
done.
Look at the. Okay, good. You're on 24, and it's telling you want to locate. Okay, so it's just telling us how we want to route that wire that's coming off the tool changer board.
I gotcha.
Yeah, so you're going behind the fan, that little nook there. There's 2 posts that hold the fan on the front. You're going to go through there. So if you look at the 3rd photo, it's telling you how to run that little tool changer wire. And it's got the label side furthest away from the tool changer board, or on the side of the breakout board.
All right, I gotta do
And then
some.
so I got it in there and
Cable
wired up. And I'm gonna
management.
go over to my angle here. Let's get rid of that. That's my 0.6 nozzle. So you can see here, I've got the tool changer connector plugged into the base of the dwarf board here. So that's new because that was open before. We're mounted on the front there, and eventually we'll do the carriage, which I assume is coming back, and it's going to lock on as such. Back to screen sharing. Let's see. Andrew Mayhall says it is Class A for commercial. It is Class B for bus. I don't know if the B is actually for bus, but it is a different classification for bus driving.
See, I told you.
Class B is for buses and people moving.
People transportations.
Transport.
Oh man, I can't get this wire through here.
I believe in you. You can. Maybe sometimes if you get like your little hex key and kind of help press and guide.
Yeah, I just got it through. I had to
Attaboy.
finagle it, finagle bagel it. Let's see. Okay, and then
Man, bagel sounds really good right now.
I know it does, doesn't it?
Making me hungry. You big bagel guy? It's a lot of carbs. Be honest.
Bagels?
I go right to these hips.
Okay,
Oh,
so I'm on step 25 here. Step
All right.
25.
Bring it.
Step
Oh,
25. I gotta put the Jigga Milwaukee. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. That fits. Okay, I got it. And then I gotta use. Okay.
I got a rotisserie chicken last night, and I deconstructed it all into a Tupperware.
That's good. Where'd you get it from?
I was feeling protein. It's just from the local grocery store.
That's
It's not a Costco official, but
you know, I'm not a big fan of the Costco one. Surprisingly, I love the price.
flavor on these ones.
I don't like the flavor on the Costco one. It tastes weird to me, and it smells weird to me.
No, these are fantastic, and my guilty pleasure. Leave the skin on. Right.
Oh yeah. Hey, did I tell you what's a really good treat that you should try? It's low carb. It's low carb. It's not exactly the healthiest for you, but it's low carb. You take a whole bunch of that peeled chicken, shred it up like crazy, then throw it in a pan along with some cream cheese and some butter and some some other seasonings there that I can't remember the name of off the top of my head. Some like ranch seasonings, and then put in some buffalo sauce there and create some buffalo chicken dip and eat it with celery. Oh my gosh, it's one of my favorites to do with the leftover.
That sounds incredible. I would
with the leftover
10 of
chicken.
10 would eat. I love me some rotisserie chicken, man.
This is I feel like I'm moving along. This actually isn't that bad.
No, it's really not. I mean, it is detailed though. You know, they they do mark this as one of the harder builds. Because it's just so easy to miss a little something that's going to set you back, you know?
Yep.
But you know, when you have time to build with a friend, build with a buddy.
That's right.
Because
and a whole bunch of people on a
catch
stream.
each other.
Thanks for everybody watching and enduring the bad audio. So thank you.
I gotta see how your stream is doing here.
Hey, how does this screw? I gotta bolt this down. I guess hold this. This is just spinning in place. Is there
bolt her down, baby?
Is there a?
I'll mute that. Hold on, I'm not gonna skip the ads. I need you to get that ad revenue.
Oh, is there?
Oh, look at this, man! It's hot. It's hopping. It's hopping on your channel, man.
Oh yeah. Hi everyone.
Man,
hi everyone.
Look at all these people on here. Oh, now we got a JLC 3DP ad running.
Jeez, apologies for that. I thought I disabled.
No, man, you gotta get that.
For this long.
You gotta get paid. You gotta get paid, content creator.
Hey, I do want to, I have an idea. I wanted to hear what some people think. I already told Pooch about this. I kind of want to start making some long form, casual content, and I don't want to call it a vlog. Like, remember
no.
I was talking? You
Vlog
were
is
like,
dead.
that's a vlog, and I was like, no, it's not a vlog.
It's not a vlog.
You're like,
It's
what
not a
you're
vlog.
describing to me is a vlog.
No.
But it's like, kind of like I'm always working on a million projects, and I
Right.
feel like a lot of times I don't always show what I'm working on, or it might be like a month or two before you see something, the final production of it. But I kind of wanted to make I don't know if it's a weekly or like it's not a 10-minute, 12-minute highly edited video. It's more of a me recording and then mashing together a whole bunch of videos in a vlog like video.
Okay, so we need a new term. We need terms.
I don't
We
know
need
what
a
it's
better
called. Like,
term.
it's not like
Like a quick hit, like
I don't know what I
Well,
want
okay,
to
so
call
it's not a vlog because it's not like, hey, here I'm taking a bath, I'm like living my whole life.
Yeah.
It's just, and it's not a short.
No.
Right.
It's intended. I purposefully have it in mind of being not the same of what my normal videos are, and being a little less overproduced and more focused on just kind of like hanging out and seeing what I'm working on at the time. By the way, I don't know if I'm using the right screw. Like,
What
this.
step?
Hold
What
on.
step?
I'm on
Where
step
are we at?
25, the very last step.
I'm gonna go to my split screen.
Let me zoom
Look at
in so
that.
you can see me.
Yeah.
But
see you.
this, I just need to, I think, hold, like, this is just freely spinning, so every time I try to screw this in...
Oh, that's no good. Okay, so on the back side of that, you don't want that post spinning. Let's see. You know what? That really shouldn't matter. That's going to be a little bit of a pain in the butt to get to because it's behind the print cooling fan.
Yeah.
There's a flathead screw that tightens that standoff. I think if you just grab that that hex post with a pair of needle nose pliers, so
Yeah.
it can't spin, and then just tighten that down a nugga dugga, so that everything's like in place, but can't move. Let's see. People are suggesting Uncle Jessy After Dark.
I have
not
gotten...
a vlog. I mean, you could just call it not a vlog.
Not a vlog.
That's an interesting.
By the way,
I think you're right, though. I think we need a new category, right? Because it's not a cultivated long form.
It's not.
But it's not a short. It's something in between. It's like a mid. It's mid, as the kids these days. It's just mid.
Shoot.
It's just like, it just means it's average.
By the way,
It's
I now know
incredibly
why. I know why that's not screwing in properly.
Because you put the too long a screw, or
I did. I put way too long of a screw in there.
You're
Where was I
bottoming
just?
out.
Where was I just screwing it in? Crap.
I mean,
now
we're
I got it
kind
stuck
of
in
doing
there.
a gab sesh now, but it's not a stream, right? So
It's
you're
not a
recording-
stream. It's more. It's more edited down of a stream, but it's not like. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Like, it's. I mean, technically, it probably would be a vlog, but it's not. I don't know. It doesn't feel like a.
It's less. See, this is what I keep telling you, man. The amount of stuff that you would make and could make because you love editing. Well, I don't know if you love it, but you do a lot of it.
I do a lot of it.
Every time I chat with you, you're like, you're sitting on the recumbent, or you're on the bike and you're editing, and you're at the gym, and I'm like, man, you're spending a lot of time with the edit, and I get it. I mean, it's work.
It is. I don't know. One of these days, I will,
Uncle
actually
Jessy, the
bring
later
someone on.
years.
The
I'm
later.
loving these suggestions. It's a highlight reel. I like the idea of calling them mids, right? So if you've got shorts
Mids.
and you've got long form, we call them mids.
Yeah.
And
I might end up calling it. It's
average.
Uncle Jesse. It's not a vlog. It's
not
like
a vlog.
it's not a vlog. It's like
mash it all together and go, not a vlog.
and then number them. So it's like not a vlog number 1, not a vlog number 2, and then people, it's like this is clearly a vlog. You keep saying it's not a vlog, but this is a vlog.
This word does not mean what I think you think it means. Instead of 1 and 2, they'll go like A and B or Roman numerals.
Well, my favorite is like I'll watch other people's videos and it will be a vlog, and they're like, "All right, this is season 1 of the vlog."
It's not a tumor.
I was like, "Where are you
Season 1.
dictating? Where are we dictating seasons with this?" Like,
You know what? Here's the thing, man. You can do whatever you want. It's your channel.
I know.
It's okay
I love
because
that.
It's your channel, right?
You know what's the best thing as well? It reminded me you saying that. I think I might have told you when I was here. There's a wall that leads outside of my building. And after I moved into this place and started setting up,
hold on, newsflash. Are you telling me your building has walls?
It does.
Oh,
But
amazing.
when I was
Okay,
talking to
go
one
on.
of my buddies, I was like, man, I wish I could put a garage door here and like drive
Yes.
my car in. And
You
then
can.
he was like, dude, it's your place.
It's
You
your
can do
building.
whatever you want.
I'm telling you, dude, I like this idea. And is this going to be our project when I come out?
This will
after
be our
Earth?
project, but the problem
Like,
is
are we
when
putting
we start
a
doing,
garage door? A roll up. What you want is a roll up.
I do. I want to roll up.
You want a roll up. And I say that it's not going to be that bad, but let's be honest, it's us we're talking about.
And
So,
then knowing me, it's like,
we're gonna-
whoops, we burst a pipe here.
Right. And there's absolutely no godly reason there should even be a pipe in that wall, but somehow there is.
Yeah.
And yeah, okay. I think
Okay.
it's a great idea, and it would be super handy. But I think we should probably finish the projects we started last year first, maybe. Maybe.
Those will already be done by the time you get here.
Bolshevik. I know you, homie. I said this literally while I was there. I'm like, I know that this is not going to get touched again until I come back next year.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know you don't.
Yeah, it is. It's sort of like a behind the scenes, Karen. It is. And I like the video where no glass doors were broken.
We're breaking the glass. We got to get some ladies in here so we can break the glass ceiling. And you would literally like break a glass ceiling somehow. But it would be in the name of, gender equality and progress.
Okay. Open the
All
plastic
right,
cover.
let's get back
by
on
pulling
track
out the
here, man.
bottom.
You're distracting me. We're on 27. What are we at?
I'm on 26. It says open
we're on
up a
26.
plastic door.
Yeah.
What is this? What is it talking about here?
Okay, remember how you discovered this like an hour ago?
Oh,
And-
yes.
and,
If
like,
that's
I
what
know
we're
it
talking
keeps-
about?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, we're
Yep.
talking about opening the cover for the door. So that breakout board is called the dwarf board, by the way. Don't ask me why, because dwarves. You would think that there'd be 7 of them.
Yep.
But no. You have up till 5. Actually, fun fact, a lot of people don't know this, but there is a 6th connection on the breakout board. So technically there could be six tools. Now, I know there's not a lot of space in the dock and whether it's meant for a print tool or whatever, but if those who are paying attention, look on the breakout board when you go up to the 5 tool. There is a spot for a 6th tool that is undocumented. How are you doing on time, by the way? Because I know you said you got to run the...
I was just looking at my wife was just texting me. I was looking at those like, oh no, do I? No, I'm fine. I've got another at least hour in me here.
Okay. All right.
So this might end up going into overtime, as they say.
We're in OT.
Is that what they say in sports?
I
side of things?
knew that there was a good chance we were going to use all that, and thankfully, because you're 3 hours. At first, when you were giving me that time frame, I'm like, wait, that's going to push into my afternoon. But I'm like, oh wait, that's Eastern time.
I mean, I feel like we're chugging along here. I'm on step 27 when we're almost.
Okay, so did you
Almost
connect? Did you do the electronics connection on the dwarf board there for that?
Yes, I did. I did.
Okay, so good. So you've done that.
Yeah, and then I got to
we're
close the cover.
closing. So 27 is done, and then 28 is Haribo, which you don't have. So look,
Yeah.
dude, we are ready to go on to part 5.
Good job. It says good job. Good job. Well done.
Good job.
Next year cable bundle are prepared in the next steps. Let's get to the next chapter. Boom.
I'm clicking.
Okay.
We're on tool changer assembly.
Jeez.
We're ready. We're ready for the click and lock bits. Hey, Hendrik. Hendrik is in the chat, man.
Oh,
Electroplating.
man. I'm so upset
Master.
that he's going to be at this year's 3D Printopia and that I'm not actually going to be able to go this year. I've been dying to talk with him about that whole process. So that's
Dude, it's incredible. Nobody does it like Hendrik.
no,
Guys.
no. And did you
he
saw
is the
C3
master.
the C3PO?
Oh yeah,
It's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
amazing.
I saw it
Absolutely
in
amazing.
at Remurf. He was at Remurf. Hendrik is he's traveling a lot these days. I like that. I like that he's traveling. Maybe I should just kidnap him and bring him up to Rochester with me,
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
and then who knows where we'll end up.
Oh, Hendrik, did you add in electroplating 3D prints in your YouTube name, your handle? That's pretty cool.
I
Can
think
you
he
do
should, given it's like it's what he's known for, right?
Can you do that? Can you edit your YouTube? I've never edited my handle. Can you handle?
Yeah.
Is it like a Twitter handle? Can I just go in there and change my handle anytime I want, and it's still like?
I think the. Well, I don't know. Does it change your whole @ tag? Is it just like a title?
No,
or is
I
it
think
all
your
one and
@
the same?
tag, your @ tag,
Your
is,
whole @ tag.
is
That's a lot.
It's different
I
than
don't know if I'd want it that
your
long.
name. Okay, we're digressing here. A caution: lubricating handling, lubricant handling. If you didn't know, I have the 3rd grade level skills for reading third. You know what I'm trying to say. Comprehension, reading. My children are better at reading
And
than
talking.
I am. And talking. Okay. Then
So
this is
talking
back
about
to
watch out for lubricant.
watch out for the bed. Installing the tool changer parts preparation. I need to get the locks. Pop and locks.
Pop and lock, baby. So these are the bits. We are in step 4. These are the little bits that lock the tool to the carriage. And let me clean up a little here.
All right, I've got the tool changer upper lock ×2
Good.
here.
Good.
Oh no, upper lock and lower lock. And then spring
I put mine in a
39,
safe
the TC.
place.
What the heck is a TC push pin?
Oh, what now?
Oh, never mind. It's just called push pin on the back on the
PC load letter. What does that mean?
Moving the previous chapters. I had 4 of those. Yeah, sure. Yeah, we got 4 of those.
I put it in a Ziploc. You know when you like take something and you put it in a safe place so that you don't lose it, and then you forget where the safe place is?
Pooch, you are my safe place.
Yeah, I hate it when I do that, right? Like, it was better off just like leaving it out, and at least I knew where it was.
All right, got some push pens. Push
It's always
pens.
the last place to look.
Push pens. Push pens.
Wait, did I leave it in this bin? I was like, you know what? I'm gonna need that for the stream. Yeah, I'm gonna put it away.
Push pens.
And then I wonder if I put it in this bin.
Okay, this is the upper and that's the lower. All right, I'm not going to remove those from the bags until I need them. And I need the cover.
All right, you keep going. I'm gonna find the part. I put it somewhere safe. I just don't remember where the safe place is just yet. But I will find it. I will find you.
Okay, pairing. Insert each TC push pin into the holes in both metal parts. Okay. I gotcha. Does this make like when it tool changes, does this make a satisfying clunking sound at all?
I think it makes a very satisfying noise. I like the ka-chunk noise. I really do. Oh man,
All right,
what are they?
my push
Come on.
pins. All right, so I need to put this
A rummage sale.
like so. Like so. Dude, are you all right over there?
Yeah. I put them in a Ziploc.
Oh my gosh. These little push pins are tiny.
They're tiny. They're really tiny, and I think they're PTFE as well.
They're solid though.
They are solid. The Teflon.
Okay, insert each filament.
Or Delrin. I think they're Delrin.
Insert each PC pen into the holes in both metal parts. Okay, I'm doing that here. This is a very delicate part.
Put it in there.
Awesome. Okay. And I got an extra push pen, a push pop. I should have brought treats, man. Some snacks.
Oh man, push pops. Remember
Almost
push
had a
pops?
coffee.
Coffee talk. I thought I put them in here. I did not put them in here. Sorry guys, sorry for all the rummage noise.
Yeah, this is.
I am dead in the water if I do not have my little carriage locks, which I.
What are you looking for?
So those parts I had, because I originally the one I had I converted from a 2-tool to a 1-tool. So the carriage locks I had, when I took them off and I got everything prepped for this stream, I put them in a bag somewhere because the kit I have I think is for a 3-tool to a 4, and I don't have those parts in this kit here.
Oh my gosh, these springs are tiny, man.
No, this says single tool to it. So wait, is this missing parts? It really should be part of this kit too. Let me make sure they're not in any of these other extruders. I think these are all just extruders though.
We are
progressing. You know what? Interesting. No, that comes installed.
Oh no.
They're all like that.
Oh, there it goes. Just carefully loading springs into this print. These are tiny. I'm afraid these springs are going to go flying, and I'm not going to see where.
Don't lose those. Definitely don't lose those. Yeah, be very careful here because those are definitely tiny bits.
Okay.
Aha!
I've got those installed. You find it?
Single tool extruder upgrade. Okay, there was a separate, and that's where the Harrow bow were as well. Okay, yep. We're in business. That's fine. I'll use this one.
All right, step 5 completed. Be careful that the springs and pins do not fall out when handling the parts. This has me nervous. Okay. What? Is this on here? Okay, it's on here. I'm going to line this up. Line up the screws in the block lower assembly lock with the blind holes and the X carriage. See the correct orientation of the parts. Use the U-shaped groove in the part. What in the world?
Okay, there's the U-shape. I don't know if you can't see my screen share, but like on the black part of the block there's those U's cut into it. That's what it's referring to.
Okay. Oh, and then I've got to turn it into it, and then tighten it in place. Are those screws? No, they're not. Okay. Take a look at the X carriage from the rear side. Attach the TC block lower lock to the carriage. Make sure the two M312 T. What the? M312 TB. Okay. These are the spare. I think these are the same as these. Yeah, those were. It said that those were the same. Okay. So I need to. Oh man, Pooch, I don't know about this part, man.
What's the don't you got this, man? You got this. What's the question? Where's the trouble?
the question is, okay, so I'm looking at that from the rear side of this. These go in like that, and then these must screw in from behind. Okay, yeah, it must screw in from behind, right?
Yeah, so let's see here. That is like that. This covers, and they screw in from the back side is correct, right? Because that's what's going to hold ultimately the spring. Yeah, this is where we got to be careful because you don't want. So let's see. I'm gonna.
So sorry. So Can you pull up my? I think I've got it actually. So I'm gonna mount that like this, and then I screw them in from the front. Yeah, I see the two. Okay. Yeah, that, and then like this. Let me make sure I've got the right tool for this before I drop anything. High pressure. High pressure.
No pressure. No pressure at all. This is a critical component, though. Obviously, we got to make sure.
That's what I mean.
Otherwise, we're not changing anything, are we?
Okay. And then the curved
We
part
give us
is
some
down.
extra screws there.
Holy moly.
Getting it?
I got it. I got it. Super exciting, everybody. Watching someone screw in this.
Yeah.
By the way, is my audio? One of my AirPods died, so.
Yeah, you got to switch over to your other one. Your audio's fine. Yeah,
Well,
I
audio's
think
fine.
it's
Okay.
So you can. It's just so you can monitor, or at least it's fine to me.
Yeah. Shoot, I should read what this says. Oh, and then it's just doing the same thing for the upper. Okay.
There we go. There we go. Right, I'm going this way.
Okay. These are tightened in. Hello from Poland. Hello from New York.
Greetings, Poland. Who we got from
Whoa,
Poland?
whoa, 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 whoa.
Virtuos.
Almost
Did you
lost
lose
the
them?
spring. I almost lost the spring there.
Oh man, don't fat finger it, man.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
And then the upper block goes in the same way, right? U shape. The U shape is going down.
U shape is facing down. U shape is facing down. The springs will be sticking out. We got to be really careful when we mount these things. Because you don't want those, you don't want to lose those springs.
Yeah, and I almost mounted it backwards there.
Right, so now yeah, you're mounting it so the kinematic coupling component, which isn't going to make any sense to you, but the it's gonna be over top of the rail that the carriage is mounting to, right? So
yeah.
So I'll get a close up here really quick so you guys can better see. Let me switch to this angle here. So we're mounting it here.
This is the thing that the so this is what grabs the nozzles.
That's exactly right. It is the tool head grabber.
Yeah. It's the clickety grabber because it goes
the clickety grabber.
Clunk. I see this thing. I see these two things. It's gonna go clunk, clunk.
Clunk, chunk. So if you notice on the bottom one though, do you see that there's those two pins that grab those mate with the posts? and they're oriented in different ways. So that's a kinematic coupling technique, so that it can't shift up and down. It aligns. It's self-aligning as it locks in. Is the idea?
Okay. All right,
You
and then I
just
can put
trust
the
me on that.
cover on.
Yeah, you can put the cover back on. Yeah. Was this? I feel like this part scared you a little bit. I think you did well.
Oh, it's those tiny springs, man. If I drop those tiny springs, I'm never gonna find them again.
You're done. You're done. And they give you one extra.
Yeah.
So you got one. You got one.
I got one try. Yeah, yeah. And I did drop one, but it landed right in front of me, so that wasn't too.
That's lucky.
Too bad.
So
Okay.
and what these do is they add like just a little bit of friction to the thing when it locks left and right, so they don't just like wiggle and slide around as the tool head is moving before it grabs the tool. So you know how it's like there's going to be a period of time when it detaches from one tool head to go to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
And what we want is we want those little silver bars to stay in place and not just bounce around as that thing moves around, because that alignment has to be perfect when it goes and locks in, right? So that's the why. That's what these little spring mechanisms do. They just add a little friction to those bars so they can't rattle around.
Hey, is there supposed to be... I wasn't supposed to put something in that top hole, right? No. Right? No.
What top hole?
Let me look from the back. Okay, never mind. I found an image. It's not filled in there. Yeah, on the back of the top part that I just installed, on the back side, there's it looks like there's a hole that something might screw into.
There's what it is that's a relief hole, I believe. So there's a hole right there that allowed you access on the single tool version. Remember how we moved the grub screw to like loosen the nozzle?
Yep.
That was the access port for the old style for the single tool.
Okay.
That's what that hole is. We don't use that hole anymore though.
Okay.
Can you imagine having to design something like this where it's like...
I'm honestly amazed.
To allow it so that if you're using a single tool version, you can do this. And I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. So at the end of step 5 here, or let's see, actually you've mounted it, so we've gone past that, right? We're at...
we're going on the next step, next extruder accessory assembly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Accessory
assembly? Wait, hold on. You've already gone past the Haribo and everything. Okay.
Yeah. Mr. Virtuoso. Yeah, the Saturn IV Ultra is the Mars 5 Ultra is probably faster, slightly, but the Saturn IV Ultra is stupidly fast compared to like every other Saturn printer that I've ever printed with. I did a video, I think in the Saturn IV video, showing print speed comparisons. So you can see the exact same print. And even with the vroom settings, which are like kind of like overclocking your printer to get it to print fast.
Vroom?
Yeah, it's called the vroom settings. So you're like you like try to trick the printer into going faster. Even with vroom settings, the Saturn IV Ultra was still printing faster than the older Saturns were. So it's than the older Saturns were. And then the same with the Mars, which is pretty crazy. And it's just stupidly simpler to print with. Joshua, yeah, I'm going from a single tool head to 2. Purchased the upgrade to the 2 and then getting that installed, and really excited to do things like printing a helmet with 2 different materials so that I can have the supports more easily break away and have it be a little bit cleaner. And then obviously doing things like multicolor prints, which are supposed to be... Pooch, correct me if I'm wrong, like the big appeal with multicolor and the XL over something like the AMS system from Bamboo is this produces a whole lot less waste. Is that right? Or is it, no, is it isn't it like it's quicker to do the tool changing?
Speed.
Yeah, speed. Yeah.
Well, because it's not having to purge after every swap.
That's right. It's not trying to purge
faster.
and then unload, load filament. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Those are the big selling points.
All right, so I got the cable.
Yep, we got the cable. We're attaching that. So we're.
Hey,
gonna,
are you
we're
good to
gonna
go for
set
another?
up-
Are you okay to go for another 30
Yeah.
minutes? Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
Cool.
Let's see how far we can get in 30. I think we're getting close. So we've
Yeah.
got our mount.
I'm excited.
So I'm gonna show people what
Is facing you.
the
Locate
angle
the
here,
long metal
so-
profile with 5 M3 holes around the
you can
shroud.
see here.
Push it to the
come
left.
here, and then this will lock it into place. So that's how the.
Man, there ain't no 5 holes there. Oh yeah, there is. I see it.
So when it comes in and docks, it clicks itself in, and then it
Push
unlocks.
it to the left. We'll use the first 2 M3 holes and the metal profile.
Right. So it wants us to go to the left. So it was centered in the past, and now we're moving it over to the
Left.
first 2 on the left. So if we're facing it, the left, is that right, or if we're at the back? Let's see.
I think we're supposed to be standing behind it.
We're standing behind it. Okay, so tool 1 is gonna go on the far right if we're standing behind it.
Yep.
So if you're facing the front, it's so for you guys, it's gonna be docked on the far left side. Is tool 1.
Is it matter? Like I'm just pushing it all the way to the left until it stops moving. Is that correct?
That is not correct. So that little mount bar is a little bit finicky. The best way to do it is let it stay loose, and then use. You see how there's those alignment holes on the back plate
Yes, I see that with the hexagon pattern.
with the hexagon pattern, and there should be. I forget. You said yours doesn't have the little dot that's drilled under the far left of the hexagon pattern of each.
No, there is. There is. Mine just wasn't in alignment with that. Oh,
Okay, so that's where you
yes.
should be aligned to. So I'm gonna flip this
Oh, I
around so
see.
you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
see
yeah.
what we're
I got it. I
talking
got it
about.
roughly. Yeah, I've got that roughly aligned.
And I'm gonna zoom in on it
No.
so that we have a good look at it. So
I mean, I guess
my
they're
mouse
kind of in
onto
alignment.
here. Let's see. Now you can't see this, but the people that are watching my stream can see it. Come back. Oh, wrong way.
Can't tell.
Gimbling.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll figure that out.
All right, so I'm gonna come over here. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Okay, so this hexagon pattern on the grill mesh on the back, there's these little dots that are underneath that I was referring to, and that is how we access the back of the dock for each of these. And so the correct alignment is such that when we go through, we have access to the screw with our long hex key so that we can mount it to the back of this rail in the kennel.
Bro, I have no idea what you just said.
That's unfortunate because you need to do this correctly.
Okay. So place
Okay,
the
we're going to
XL
start with
dock
tool
cable
1.
router.
I don't know what I'm looking at here in step. Are you in step 4?
I am on step 4. So we're looking from the very back, and you'll see the first picture has like a purple arrow, and it's pointing at the bottom left hexagon in that first dock position. So do you see on step 4?
Yeah.
Okay. And what they're trying to show you in that circle zoomed in view is they've kind of faded away the metal mesh, and they're trying to show you that you're pushing the hex key through that hole and through the dock printed part, and that's how you're tightening it into the T-bar, the mount plate. But that's a really hard thing to indicate in a photo, I would say.
So I'm still not I'm confused on what part am I. Okay, so this part that we assembled previously, I'm grabbing this.
That's right. So the printed part, we're calling that the dock, okay? And
Okay.
that's the piece that we're mounting to the kennel, so the back of the printer here.
Yeah.
And what you're gonna do is, you know how that we trapped that one screw, that 14 millimeter screw that kind of hangs loose right now?
Sure.
Okay, so let's do this. I'm gonna show you just so this is important for you to know. I'm gonna
Let me
switch
look at
over to
yours.
this camera so you
I'm
can
gonna look.
at
I'm gonna
my
look at.
camera.
I'm gonna look at yours. I'm gonna blow yours up.
Okay, so
Yep.
if this
Yes.
screw that's hanging out of here, that's loose. There's a sorry, I don't know if I'm
Yes.
lined
Yeah.
up
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Yeah. I got that. Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
that screw is what's going to screw into that little sliding T-bar that's on the back of the.
Ah, I gotcha. Okay.
Okay, and so what we need to do though is because what I'm calling the T-bar, it's sitting inside the extrusion, right? And you see that it can slide left and right. So if you grab like a hex key, you can kind of maneuver it left and right. What I would say as a reference,
I gotcha. Okay.
in later versions, they had a printed part so that you would slide it all the way to the left and it would stop in the exact right place. We're just going to have to try to eyeball it. If you put a hex key through and look at where the hex key is pointing, it should line up with the hole for that sliding T-bar in the back of the extrusion. I don't know if that's
Yeah,
to you
and
or
now I need to find the what's long, if I have one that's long enough for that.
well. You
should.
did to take it out, so somehow you took it out. So we need the same one you used to unhook it originally.
Uh-huh.
We know you have the tool because you did it originally. Okay, and apologize showing you guys my back, but it's hard to do this otherwise.
I think I
Now, I would call this probably the most critical component because it's very easy to potentially cross thread or not seat the dock on the bar properly. And this alignment is important for the tool changer to know exactly where it needs to grab. There is some variance that we can adjust for, but this is an important.
this. It might have been this one.
I'm gonna zoom in on this now.
Okay,
so
I've
you
got
guys
the
can
I've
see
got the
on
correct
secondary.
tool. Oh, sorry, sorry, everybody. I have this still zoomed way into pooch. All right, so man, I cannot get that to line. I got that right. Look at this again. Push it over to the left.
Yeah, getting that screw to line up and grab can be a little tricky.
All right, got it.
Attaboy.
Okay. All right, that's in. We're done.
Okay. Okay, we're going to dock inspection, step 5. So if you were to grab that post,
Yep.
is that feels rigid and in place? Like that's not wiggling. You got that screw tightened down, so that's.
Let me just give it another.
Zoom in here so you guys can see.
There we go. Yep, that's good.
Okay, good. Good. All right. And there's a whole video here if you guys want to see, like, just because this detail is really important. We tried to give as much, Prusa tried to give as much detail right here as possible. Okay, we're going to connect the neck extruder to the cables.
Yep.
I'm sorry. We're going to connect the neck extruder back to the board. Okay. So
Oh, this is sort of like what we did in the original.
step 7. Yep, we're going
Yep.
back. Remember we took it off, but now we've got to connect 2 of these. So the first one is the top on there, and you should see it says Dwarf 1 on the board.
Yes.
And it
Okay.
just plugs in and clicks there. And I have removed the cover completely so you can see and access that.
Great.
And
I'm
then
in.
Dwarf 2 will be, yep. But hold on a second here. I think they assumed that we mounted both docks. Yeah. So let's mount the second dock.
Okay.
The same process as the first, but just one space over.
Yep.
And I've got a whole.
So this is supposed to go the same thing, just in the next hole,
Correct.
in the second hole.
Correct.
We've already used up the first one, so we gotta go to the second.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go here.
Two, three.
Yeah, where was the? Sorry, folks. We're just trying to get the getting the second extruder mounted now. Oh, there we go. I think I've. By Joe, he's got it.
Got it?
Got it. Let me tighten that down more. Really make sure it's tight. Cool. All right.
All right, keep going.
Yeah. Plugging that in to Dwarf 2. Awesome. I guess the cables don't really matter at this point with that. Okay, that's good.
I feel like I'm making progress here.
That's fantastic, man. That's the whole point.
Dock inspection, connecting the cables, antenna. Loosen the screw, blah, 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 and then I can put the cover back on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Holder version. Okay. Sweet.
I'm catching up. I'm just doing a quick adaptation because I have a customization to use a larger tube on mine. So don't worry about what I'm doing. I'll catch up to you. Not worried.
Don't worry. I'm just dropping
You are
stuff
not
here.
concerned at all.
Is there what's the purpose of this cover on the back here?
I think it's just to look a little bit neater, so you don't have an exposed piece of electronics. So it just kind of like covers over the.
Is it supposed to kind of pinch the?
Yeah, it doesn't actually pinch it, but it just kind of slides over enough so that it just creates a minimal hole for the cable to get through. You know.
Okay.
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And let's see here. I'm gonna rotate this. And I'm gonna put my red sock on here while I can as well. Red socks, red socks. Because it's a 0.4 by default. Gives me a good visual indicator. I highly recommend these if you guys want custom socks. Levendigs, Levendigs. If you search that, I want to say they're out of the Netherlands or something.
Hey, I
They do have US. They do have US distributors. Though.
Mine only had a. My original one didn't have a silicone sock.
No, they didn't originally come with them. I think they started sending them as an option after the fact. So some people are very like, I am not a sock person. I think they're great. They're cheap insurance from getting a bunch of goobers and meltdown issues. And like I said, there's a visual indicator of what if you want to do different colors, and it's better thermal insulation, so the heater cartridge isn't working as much, so it retains the heat better. I can't imagine why you wouldn't want a silicone sock if you have the option. But, tell us in the chat if you feel strongly that you.
My call out was going to be, this upgrade kit should have included an extra sock for me.
I thought it did.
No, it came with one sock for my new. Where's the other printhead?
So there wasn't one in the.
There's one in
tool board.
There's one in the. There's one. Where'd my silicone sockets go? It came with one here. Oh, maybe there's one. Are you saying there might be one in another bag somewhere?
I'm gonna look and see if it came with the Nextruder assembly. Because the Nextruders, did your Nextruder that came in like where it was fully assembled, like that came without a sock on it?
It wasn't fully assembled. I assembled it. Thank you. And it did not have a sock on it.
Let's see, and there's not a. But see, there should be a loose sock in that box. At least mine does.
Mine had.
So there's a spool holder, a sock, the cable bundle.
Yep. But isn't that sock for the new Nextruder?
Okay, so that should be for each of the new ones. So the question was because I also had another sock inside of the box that was the box that says upgrade the single tool. You sure you don't have a second sock?
Pretty sure I don't have a second sock. I've got a bunch of.
Well, I'll tell you this:
bands.
it's not a requirement, and
Yeah,
I've got tons of them. I can get them, but
no, I want one of those fancy red socks. I gotta go contact that company and get a fancy red sock.
yeah, and some blue socks and some green socks.
Okay, let me put this on here. I mean, I haven't used it. I haven't used a silicone sock on this since I got it. What, a year ago? Almost a year ago?
Yeah. Again, I think it's a nice to have, and it's a cheap insurance, but you know, I know it's not
everybody's jam.
Not a requirement. It's not everybody's jam, I guess. I don't know.
Let me see if I can get this cover on.
Doop 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 boop boo. Extra socks.
That is not even the right tool.
I'm not saying it's not possible. I just think that you've got a sock somewhere in a box that's.
I'm suggesting that you're probably right. I have a sock problem.
Socks with Crocs, my man. That's your thing.
That's not the problem. You
not the problem?
just need to
Embrace.
try out a pair,
Embrace it. I don't think
Crocs
I do.
and socks, man.
I don't. I've lived a perfectly good life up to this point.
You know what I can't get
without
behind?
that. What?
Those high socks.
You know what's funny is like that's become this generational indicator. Like my son's like, oh my gosh, low cut ankle socks are so cringe to them, and I'm like, you want to wear, but you're talking about the high, like the knee socks, right?
I'm talking about anything above
I don't
the
like.
ankle.
I want right because right. I want to expose these sexy svelte ankles, and I'm proud of them, and I want to show them off. You know.
I just got a
Why would I want to
comment.
cover
Honda A2000, is that Honda S2000? I need some magnet gloves. I like that idea. Magnet gloves, so that not only is it like Magneto, but if I'm drunk, because I'm constantly dropping. They're seeing me keep dropping tools.
Yeah.
My magnet gloves just hold them in my hand for me.
No, I'm going to show you exactly what you need. You're going to like this. It's even better than magnet gloves, in my opinion. And I'll show you.
Is it one of those sweepers, the magnet sweepers? That's what
No. Wait, this is assuming I even know where it is. I think it's out here.
Okay, antenna installed.
It's a wristband that has a magnet in it, and then that way you keep it handy on the wrist, right? So everything magnetically sticks here, but you're not
Oh, that's-
accidentally, because a magnet glove would it frustrates me when things like actually are sticking to my fingers when I don't
Yep.
want them to. And so you have it right here, and it's great. I think it's out with my tool belt, but it's like, you know, you can put your screws and stuff there, and they're handy. You can grab them with your other hand, but not always have them stick into your, you know. But that's me.
Okay.
You
All
know,
right.
maybe you're a magnet
Look at
glove
this.
guy. I don't know.
Look at this. I got tubes installed, antenna installed.
Okay, and you plugged in both, so both connectors are plugged into the board.
Both connectors in the board. I got the cover over the gaping hole
here.
to
I'm
cover that
gonna
up
get-
so it's nice
I'm
and
gonna-
clean.
I'm
Tubes
gonna catch
installed.
up to you really quick.
I just don't have the you know. Oh, I gotta install the handle
wherewithal.
here. Spool and drool.
Okay. Spool holder parts preparation.
Look at this fancy spool holders you guys have now. Look at this. Upgrade.
The extra D is for a double dose of pimpin'.
Okay.
All right, I am locked in with tool 2. That is
Oh,
good.
and I can just
We're
install this
connecting.
wherever on the side.
Yeah, you know, the common practice is 2 on the front extrusion and 1 on the back extrusion on one side. But for a tool like this, pick which side you want them on, because you can actually configure it in software if you want to mount it left or right depending on how you have your machine positioned. And then you'll roll in that little T-nut that's got the spring on it that came
Yep.
with it, you know?
Yep.
You roll that into the extrusion channel, and then you can just position it, you know, maybe the top one you'd be like, you know, a third of the way from the top, and then the bottom one like a third of the way from the bottom, and you can space it out once you get some spools on there and stuff. I have never been a big fan, and this is no slam to the design and stuff. It's just a personal preference thing. I've never been a big fan of the side-mounted spool things.
What did you go with?
Because I have a
you have
a
your
rep
hanging, right?
box.
Yeah.
No. I go
No?
underneath. I've got my pull-out. You want to see it? I'll bring it over here.
Yeah.
Sure.
I would love to see that.
You have this box. You just have the single
it
spool variant of it.
Yeah.
I have a 5-spool variant of it that works great with this, but it's not currently. It's still a prototype. I know I've been asked, and I've been teasing wanting to release this for a long time, and I haven't yet. I'll bring it over.
How do I pop this in? Do I pop this in? Do I screw this on beforehand?
No.
Or no.
No, you roll. Okay, so you roll. There's a little spring lever arm, right, on
Yeah.
the side of that T-nut. You're just gonna roll it into the channel like from the side, and then that spring will kind of push it back, and you can use a hex key to kind of slide it into place.
Yeah, I got it. Awesome.
All right, here's what I'm talking about.
Here's what I'm talking about. The bears.
The bears. Let's go this way. Smash a bunch of things here.
Awesome. Okay, I'll grab a spool.
All right, you remember the turntable box that
too low.
you had that you put the big old Cobra thing on, or I don't
Yeah.
remember what.
Yeah.
So this guy, right? So I've got a version of it that's got 5 different turntables, and then I route out the back. And
Oh yeah, because there's
back
the
machine.
yeah. Because there's multiple
on
ports in the
rollers.
back.
I mean, it's such a big thing that it's like this high off the ground when it's on top of this thing, and it's on rollers, so I can maneuver it around. I can spin it around, so I can connect stuff. I really would love to see, like, as we get more big machines and stuff, like some better options for just minimizing the footprint, right, of the machine. Like, I don't like things that take up a whole lot of desk space. I want to be able to put it on a rack.
Yep.
And I want to be able to nestle as many machines next to each other as possible, but that's me. I'm a nesting efficiency guy.
Well, the good news is nothing's mounted on the back here, which drives me absolutely insane. All right.
Oh,
that's
the
good.
back. Yeah, at least it's not a back mount. That's a very good point. What mic are you using? Are you just using the built-in mic on your thing? Because it gets quiet when you walk away.
Oh, I think so here's what I think's happening. I think when I'm talking, the audio's coming, the microphone is from my MacBook.
Okay. That makes sense.
And then I'm getting the audio from you through my AirPod, singular.
Yep. Yep.
Compression socks. I have some compression socks. They are
I mean,
wildly uncomfortable to me. But
we're not we're not that far away from compression sock days, I'm afraid.
okay. Next issue. How many steps left of this?
What's the back
16
of
to
my head
24.
looking, everyone? Do I have a bald? Am I working on a bald spot here?
I can't see it in the camera. Hold on. No. Actually,
It's because I get that spray. I get that hair, like, you know what I'm talking about? The spray can of hair.
yeah.
The old, you remember that?
I
The
do.
commercial where the guy like sprayed his hair on, and you're like, what the? It was like flocking for your head, I think, like Christmas tree flocking, but black hair.
Let's see.
Not
I need the
only am I
next
a client,
extruder times
Not
2.
only am I the owner, I'm also a client.
I got next extruders times 2s.
Next extruder?
Next extruders times 2s.
Toos.
I can easily tell which one is which because the other is disgusting looking and the one is really clean.
Which one did
Now-
you go? Is Tool 1 your old one, or is
Tool 1's going to be my old one.
Okay.
The original, the OG.
The OG, the one and only. I like it.
Take the next extruder and place it carefully next to the dock. Place the 2 metal inserts through the white holes of the dock. The magnets will help you dock the extruder.
Oh, I'm gonna scroll here.
What text? What? Check the nozzle.
What step are you on? What step?
17.
Are you on? You put your spool holders on. 17. All right. Okay, so it's telling you how to dock it. So did you just about lose it?
That would have
Oh my
not been
gosh.
good.
After all this, you just like
that would have not been good.
yeah. You think?
I should probably secure the tabletop to the cabinet.
You really should do that. That is important. All right, I'm gonna give a secondary angle. So Clayton, manually, you should be able to see what's happening here. If you want to manually mount, so put the next extruder. Figure out how you put the next extruder on that dock post.
Yep.
Okay, those 2 pins are gonna index into the little Teflon sleeves on the dock post. So I'm gonna go to this angle, and I'm still way zoomed in here. That's okay. That's all right though. Let's just move that, and I will gimbal upward for you. Oh, over here. There we go. Okay, good. So if I slide left, I'm just manually doing what the tool changer would be doing. But that's how we grab and post. And there's some strong magnets. There's some strong magnets that hold those things into place. All right, let's go back to main view there and here.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're seeing how those dock on there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not convincing.
I mean, is this supposed to be?
Let's see what
something's
you're
not
doing
right here.
Okay, you still haven't attached the loom to the next extruder side, but that's fine. It doesn't matter yet. What's the question?
What do you mean?
Oh, that hasn't those haven't been attached to the next extruders yet.
Yeah. That's the next step. This. Okay, let me try and get in close.
Okay.
This is my original. This is the original that we've just
Modified.
modified.
Mm-hmm.
There's some wiggle to the.
You got some slop in there? Okay.
Yeah.
So let's make sure on the that side with the print fan. So the print cooling fan is on the bottom. Okay.
Yep.
So there's two screws on that side that hold the board to the frame. Nope, not the print. Come back to the camera. Come back here. You come back here.
So
Okay. No, other side. Flip it over.
Yep.
Okay, so on the tool board, on the left, there's 2 screws. They're button heads right under the cable that attaches to it on the side of it. There you go. Nope. Turn it so
these
turn
right
it.
here?
Nope. Turn it so the print fan is facing your face right now. The print cooling fan. Good. There's 2 screws just to the left of the print fan there.
Yes.
Okay, those need to be
Yes.
snug.
Okay, they're not.
Okay, make sure they're snug. Yep, for those that are just joining us, we're adding a second tool head. We're making a tool changer out of the XL.
Okay.
Mayhall says you should wear your compression socks when you're flying. He's speaking from experience.
Yeah. Seriously,
Star
man.
Rose 3 says they hate socks because they touch them. I agree.
Yeah, I understand that.
Socks.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out where this wiggle point is. And I still have. There's still
there's
some
not much
play.
play.
So if I open up that barn door,
No.
secret door, the trap door, I still have play. If I grab both chunks, and I there's like a little bit of give between.
This is on the one that we modified, right?
Yes,
on your
this
original
is, yeah,
tool?
the one that was sent to me that I'm that's solid. That's
Okay.
solid. This one's got a little bit of wiggle to it, and I'm trying to figure out where that connection is that's loose. I mean, it's a slight wiggle. It's
Yeah, but we want to make sure that's stiffened up. My bet is that maybe the posts that hold the fan to the frame, so there's those hexagonal standoffs.
sure. Yep.
Those can loosen over time. That's probably what it is. So let's do this. I think it's better to make sure this is safe now. You remember that there's a screw that's holding the shroud to the fan on the on the cooling side.
Yep.
You're gonna take that off. Okay. You're gonna take those 2 screws that I just pointed out to you. You're gonna take those off so we can take the board away.
Oh shoot! I gotta crimp that. Okay, so sorry, there was that. That was the one that was in the fan. You said to take out, which I did.
Yep, and then there's the 2 screws that I just pointed out to you that were on the side right over by the print fan.
Yep, that we just tightened up.
You're gonna take those off entirely though. Again, sorry.
That's right.
It's better to make sure this is right because you're just gonna have problems down the road if this thing's sloppy. This whole assembly we want to be really stiff because every time that tool changer carriage goes in, it wants to know exactly where to grab that thing, and if it's got slop in it, it's just a recipe for a pain in the butt.
Okay. Okay, so I can take this off, right?
So you should be able to move the tool changer board, and then the fan that covers the heat sink should be loose. Like you can roll that out of the way.
Yeah, hold on. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. I don't know if you'll be able to see this.
Yep.
Like this.
Rotate it. Okay, that is. Yep. Okay, this is what I'm thinking. Okay, so take the 2 screws that are holding the fan, that the hot end fan, so the heatsink fan, the bigger of the fans.
Yeah.
There's 2 screws on the left side.
Yeah.
Look at the. Hold on. Look at the fan, not the print fan. So the print fan is the smaller one. That's the print fan.
Yeah, the big one.
The other fan. Other side.
What, this side?
Yeah, that side. There's 2 screws on the left side of that are holding on my left. They're your right, I think. Loosen those so that you can rotate that fan out of the way.
What the heck did I just do with that?
2 steps forward, 1 step back. What do you like most about the XL? Says Honda S2000. Just
It
a little
prints.
extra.
It prints surprisingly really well, like really well. It is. I think to this day, I'm trying to remember if I've ever had a print fail off of my XL. If I
Don't
have,
jinx
it's
it.
been very, very
jinx
few and far between. Okay,
Okay,
so sorry, I've got that
some
off.
screws. There's some screws that hold that heat sink to the post there. I think those have probably loosened on you.
Okay.
Do they feel like they can be tightened?
Yes, they can.
You see what I'm?
Yep.
Okay, snug those down, and then let's see if that slop is gone.
There we go. Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
Okay. So then I can just...
And then put it all back together the way it was. Yep. So put the fan, 2 screws to hold the heatsink fan back on. Go back the way you came.
Thank you, sir.
Is this the first week of school for your boys?
It is. It is. Today's
Wow.
literally, it's the second day of school for them. So
Is it new, and it's new schools too, right?
for one of my sons, my oldest is second year of middle school.
Okay.
So
Okay. And
he's-
how's your son like in his new school? Is he still a little getting used to? Like,
I think he's
did
still
he have a
getting
bunch of
used to it.
friends? Did he have?
Yeah, he's got a
friends?
few friends there. I'm
Okay,
hoping
good.
he bumps into a few more.
Good.
There was a shoe mix up yesterday that I
Like
might
he
have
didn't
caused.
have the right shoes.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Got to have the right
Um,
shoes to go to school, man.
I know. Apparently Crocs are not good for certain activities. Okay, and then this. Just bolt this board back in. Well, I'm glad we caught this now versus
Me too.
me getting
These are
this
the
all set
little,
up.
and I got to tell you, I feel like these are the little things that make these kit builds a challenge for some people that just want to print and go, you know?
Mm-hmm. That's me.
Because yeah, because it's its greatest strength, right? Like we can upgrade, we can do all this stuff, but you would have no idea to look for this
No.
had you not had the experience of like putting these together. And the mount, the reason I was suspicious of this is the mount system is the same for the Mark IV.
Okay.
And I've seen some of my early Mark IVs get loose there. And so it's just experience of kind of knowing where to look. But this would be really frustrating to somebody that
Yeah, especially once I got this
doesn't
all
know.
spent this time, got it all set up, and then it's
and then it's not grabbing it right or whatever.
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah,
we
it's
I'm glad, and it's good that you're checking and noticing these things. So, you know, the build guide tries to give us these warnings. This is why it's really important to make sure that you're, you know, reading and going slow and not trying to rush through these things. I think as makers, we tend to want to just get to printing and go as fast as we can, but then we cause more problems for ourselves in the short or in the long term, right?
Hey, should I? I'm assuming only go one at a time here, not put the second one on. Like I should fully connect the first one.
I think you're gonna have an easier time just getting your hands in there. But
Okay.
yeah, let's connect one at a time to make sure
Yep.
that you're running the cable from one to tool head one, and then we'll put the second tool head on there. I'm gonna cut a length of PTFE tube while you're doing that.
All right, so now I can do the wire connections. Take the first stock extruder cable bundle. Check the cable bundle is not twisted. Antenna. Okay. Looks good.
Yeah, looks good.
And
Feels
then
good.
I gotta slide that in place. Oh yeah, and these just click into place, right? That's right.
That's right.
how we
Should
figure
just
out
find
the-
you. Make sure you hear it click too, because it might be a little snug with the printed part on it too. Should hear a good, satisfying
Tighten that
click.
down. Hook up the keyhole openings and the flex plate. Push up to the correct position. Oh, I gotta push it up. Yes. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And then I'm assuming tighten these down, right? Using the T to tighten the Mark II screws. Yes. Okay. One of these days, I will figure out which one of these screws is which, but
Not this day.
exactly.
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh,
All
is
right.
this supposed to be? Oh, yeah, it's just magnetically attached.
Did you have a moment of panic again?
I did. I did have a moment of panic there. Thought for sure I was breaking this.
Okay, cable, let's get this connected.
And then I can seat the tube. Clip the tube.
Ta-da.
Feed it in.
Plug it in, plug it in.
Okay, this is my next. I'll put this on first. Let me see this.
Wait a minute. Oh,
I guess it doesn't matter because it's just using this. It's just using it to grab it, right?
What's that? What's using what to grab what?
This first one. How can I show this? Hopefully I don't disconnect this whole thing. All right, moving the camera around.
Okay. Oh, that's my problem.
Okay. This is just magnetically attached, obviously. This
Yes.
one just feels looser than this one, but I guess it's as long as it's in the snapping into the correct position. That's what we're.
Yeah,
we're
but
looking
it's
for.
let's make sure. So take it magnetically remove the tool head off from the post on the one that felt like it was wiggling.
Yeah.
Which one was wiggling?
This one feels like it's. This one feels like it's like it just feels like it's extra loose right here.
Yeah. So take the tool head off of its dock there.
Okay.
And then if you grab that post, does it feel like the post there is wiggling in the
No.
No?
No, that post
So-
isn't. Post isn't.
So was it just wiggling as a result of it shifting on its magnets, or what do you think? What feels
How
loose
does
when you're
this-
doing
how
that?
Does this go? Does this go through these holes here?
It goes through, those pins go through the two side holes. There's
Yeah.
There you go.
I guess it's this. Just something doesn't feel like it's. I guess we'll wait and see. This just
Okay.
seems like it's a little. The connection of the neck extruder to this post feels a little off. Is all.
Okay.
Compared
Okay.
to if I put this one on.
So then I guess then the question is the neck extruder wiggling on that tool changer board? Like what looks like it's loose? But we can, I mean, if you want to move on, we can. I just, like I said, I want to make sure that it's as
Yeah, I guess maybe it's
locked down as
about
can.
this. I guess it's just this one feels.
So
doesn't-
I can tell you it'll wiggle, like I don't know, I can definitely, you know, wiggle it around. It's
Yeah. I'm gonna proceed. I'll just know that this is. I'm
Okay.
just not sure what, because if I take this
Why
off,
one-
everything else on this we just tightened up.
yeah.
There's no wiggle on any of the other parts.
That's
So-
hard for me to tell without being, you know, there to know what's in like the realm of
The
reasonable.
normal, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Back here. And then,
What step are we on now?
I was looking at. I should probably continue. Should I repeat those same steps? I'm assuming for the second.
Yes.
Extruder, right?
Yes. Let's attach.
Yeah, this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
come out more.
And you know what it could be too. On step 20, you'll see we're going to get to that point where we adjust the height of that nozzle seal part that we put on way long ago.
Yeah.
And I think if that's too high, that might be keeping the next extruder from like kind of seating fully. So we'll get that calibration, and I think you should feel better about how it's docking at that point. Man, a nice ripe peach. One of my favorite things about summer, nobody asked, but I'm going to tell you. Stone fruit. Stone fruit season. Stone fruit, you know, you got your peaches, your plums. Sure you do. Any fruit that has a stone in it. So like a peach, a plum, a nectarine. You know what fruit is, right? Like the things in the grocery store that are on the outside. That's not chicken, and it's not in a box. It's in there's a produce section where people like to get the things that come from the earth, you know?
The earth. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, I think that's what it is. You're right. I think it's I'm looking down and I see
it's probably too high.
It's not seating correctly with that. Okay.
Good. So go to step 20 and that'll correct the
starting May 2024, receive a great nozzle seal, something blah blah, the same. Following image was made with the next extruder and the dock removed from the please do not remove the dock. Next up, we'll calibrate the height of the nozzle seal using the tighten or untighten.
Loosen. Untighten is also a word, I guess.
Okay. Woo. Where am I doing that?
Okay, on the left side of each of the extruders, you're gonna see the top of the screw that we put in that controls the height. So if I'm looking at it from the back, if I'm standing behind it and I'm looking at each of these,
I see it.
I would say starting with tool 2.
Yep.
You should have access to that screw that controls the height of the nozzle seal.
Yep.
So you're gonna tighten that down until it's maybe just about perpendicular, parallel to the bar, I guess, that the whole thing's mounted to. If that makes sense. And let's see what they're advising here in the.
When it isn't bent and touching the.
Yeah, so the silicone from that nozzle seal should be basically covering the nozzle, but it shouldn't be like so bent downward. So if you look through the little mesh in the back, you can see, you know, how that is covering the nozzle.
Yeah.
And
oh, nice. Okay, and is it supposed to be touching the nozzle or?
Yeah, it should be touching the nozzle, but not like so high that it's like bent down, you know, a whole bunch. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, let me lift that up just a little bit.
I'm gonna move. And then you're going to find it's easier to adjust the tool 1. If you take the second one off of its dock, you'll be able to get to the screw for the first one a lot easier.
So that is just it's a nozzle cleaner, nozzle wiper, right?
It's a seal. So what it does is it has to, when it's doing its tool change, for it to act quickly, it'll preheat the nozzle that's coming up. So it looks ahead in the G code slightly to know that if it's doing a tool change, you don't want to have to wait for it to heat up the second tool's extruder. And so this keeps it from oozing back there when it's heating, it's preheating.
Oh man, that's really smart.
Right?
Yeah. So there's no drippage and mess occurring behind the printer.
Correct. And you don't have that like void where you don't need as much of a purge line because like a bunch of it dripped out ahead of time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, okay. I'll lift that back up just a little bit further.
Getting the heights on mine just right. And
so you kind of want it to be in it then. You don't want it to be
you need a little pressure on it. So you want it so that it's covering the nozzle, but not so that it's like really pressing up on the nozzle, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know? And then that should allow the whole thing to kind of dock more cleanly.
Okay.
And you might need to adjust that over time. The silicone, they give you these extra pieces of silicone because those get kind of brittle over time. And so that will wear out, and you can replace those by, popping them off and putting a new piece on.
To avoid concern having leftover nuts screws, refer to the following. The spare should remain unused from the initial packing compatible as you spare. Almost done. Congratulations.
So they're just trying to tell you, don't worry if you have leftover parts. That is totally normal. Let's see. Plastic.
I mean, it's telling me to start kicking on the printer and start prepping.
All right. Hey, man.
Did
we get there?
I would call this a pretty big success. Success.
Well, don't curse us yet. I mean, let's fire it up and make sure we don't have any issues. So is it time? And then it's gonna want us to reset and go through the whole calibration and stuff, because there's some extra calibrating we got to do to make sure that both are aligned to each other and stuff that you don't have to worry about with a single tool.
I will not have time to do all of that.
But the good news is you can do that at your leisure, and then you can share maybe on your socials how your first prints go.
Yeah, agreed. Yep.
Do you want to call it here then, so you can go get your guys?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'm just booting it up real quick to see.
That's a good idea. Let's. Just
I want to. I'm assuming there's something in the printer that I have to do to say, hey, we're gonna bubble. Oh, it's gonna. I see what you're saying. It's gonna redo all the calibration settings.
It should detect that it's got two tools automatically. Okay. I believe it should detect that for you.
Well, then I'm not going to run through all this right now because I have a feeling it's going to take a little while, and I do need to get going here.
What I'm going to do is just really quick make sure I don't get any error messages. I'm plugged in on mine, and we don't have to go through the calibrations. I think did it go by default to ask you to recalibrate?
Yep, it did. That's good.
Good. So that means it's detecting. Mine says it's flashing the dwarf, so it actually updates firmware on its boards, and then it says we got to do the calibration. So I'm in the same spot as you. No errors, and
well, hopefully this afternoon I'll be able to get back here and finish this up, and then post some follow up. I mean, if anything, I'll be texting with you about it.
Yeah, man. I'm excited to see. Listen, if you guys stayed with us this long, thank you so much. We've had a blast.
Agreed.
I'm proud of us.
I'm very excited. This was a fun little. You know how I know I'm tired and need something to drink? I'm touching my MacBook screen, trying to swipe and scroll.
Still not a touchscreen.
Still not a touchscreen. But yeah, man, I'm really happy that we spent the time to go through this, and it honestly was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I mean, it's like you said, it was just a matter of following through those steps. So that was pretty exciting to see.
There's some details, but we got it, and I look forward to seeing how your first print goes.
Heck yeah!
And everybody, thank you guys so much. Thank you for the super chats. If you threw in,
thank you guys so much for hanging out in here. I'm sure this was a long
audio issues,
long audio driven session here, but cool.
But it was a lot of fun, and yeah, I'll get my calibrations going, and let's share and tag each other and see how our first prints go, huh?
Heck yeah! All right, love it.
All right, signing off, everybody. You guys have a great afternoon, great evening, wherever you are.
See you guys. Bye now. Thank you. Thanks, Pooch.